welcome to episode 1 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Chesterfield on FC 25. This was the team that I selected 12 years ago in the first ever Youth Squad Legends series. My content has evolved massively since then, so let's give them the series that they deserve. I would like to introduce you to the manager of this series, the goalkeeper from the previous Youth Squad Legends, Tobias Tanner. Please ignore the fact that I got his nationality wrong. And the stadium name, I'm not even joking here, it's called the SMH Group Stadium. I don't know why it's called that. Well, Greg's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Now that those formalities are over, who wants to see the youth squad? Aurelio Patti, 35 overall. He's got 1 diving. Why has he got 1 goalkeeper diving? Bro, we've got a goalkeeper that can't dive. Yeah, this is definitely Tobias Tanner's team. Oh, this is a centre-back with 1 heading accuracy. Mint! 2 heading accuracy for Billy Blissett, the 44 overall right-back. Bro, he's got power header. How can he not head the ball? Ooh, Natali Ruocco. Dead ball, ping pass, and relentless. We do have a high potential player in Leroy Hook, but he's 13 years old. So that's why we're signing up Christy Mayer. We're going to re-roll on Vietnam, and we're going to replace San Marino with a different country using some YouTube magic. But I'm kind of seeing Justice Webb. Justice Webb. I can't be hiring someone who clearly is Spider-Man. Andrew Sorroman, 17 years old. Ryan Boot is getting the boot. Oi, oi. That's funny. That's Alfie Hanford in for 1.1k. I feel like Kjartansson will be one of these players that's either a dud or absolutely brilliant. There's no in-between. Why are the names so unbelievably small on the top of everybody's heads? I've got trouble as it is. I've no idea who is who. Now then, Smeaton. He's the most experienced player that we've got on the pitch. And he's only been a first-team player for a month. It's plucky Chesterfield action. Van Looy! Core! It's like moving mountains trying to get him going. Ooh! Managers acting like a prat on the sideline. Calm down, mate. You're winning against a bunch of children. Outside of Saruman, nothing's clicking. And what on earth is going on here? So 5-3-2 holding for Carlisle in the EFL Cup, standard style football, or as we call it in Youth Squad Legends, Switzerland at any major tournament. Sign for even more assessment at the SMH Stadium. I'm being told how to take a corner kick. Oh dear, I've hit the first man. That's why I've been told how to take one. We have been utterly dominant. I fear that we will lose in a penalty shootout, so let's make sure we win it before that is played. Yes! Kjartansson from the Ruocco pass. My boys are so magic that they're sitting on thin air. Home fans are going crazy in the stands. That's hilarious. First glimpse of the goalkeeper, he hardly had a touch. He could have just read a book. We're bringing back the much-loved scenarios, and here's Posh Tuxie to give us our fates. Hello there, Posh Tuxie here. How are you doing? I'm afraid it's bad news, chap. Wesley Purpart, Tobias Tanner's arch nemesis, has taken up the Mansfield manager's position and immediately stole one of our youth players. He's really insistent on watching the world burn. Okay, toodles! Well, it's going to be a running challenge on this series of Youth Squad Legends. Wesley Purpart desperately wants to see the failure of Tobias Tanner. Oh my god, what's happened to his hair? A team that wanted to go for it, but ended up with the backs against the wall. Just like that. It's raining, which probably means that Carlisle's tactics get even worse, because it's all about passing it around the back. Your fans must be so thrilled that they've paid so much money on season tickets and you can't even go forward. 126 passes with a 92% accuracy. Brilliant, lads. Try and take a shot. Kjartansson. Sorryman. Now then, drop it in for him. Kjartansson stays on his feet. Well played! All hail the new king! Drop it in there. Oh, it's a poor pass by Gallo, but I at least appreciate the idea. What's Tanner doing? Hello there, Posh Tuxie here. How are you doing? This scenario is quite a good one. After the injury to Chris Bancroft, the scouts have quickly assembled a scouting report. See if you can get some kind of replacement. Okay, toodles! And my goodness, guys, we have massive opportunities here for great names. Martin Pfister! Jesus Christ. Which leaves the one great name in Zimbabwe right down at the bottom there, Enos Jam. Enos Jam. He's 6'6" and he's got high potential. Yes! Okay, well, we wanted a centre back. The gods have just shined down upon us. Oh, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Why has Enos Jam got acrobatic? Seriously, what's he doing with that? What is he doing with that play style? What a stupid player! Here comes the jam, yes! You've just ate a PB&J sandwich. Do you criticise the jam, console the jam, motivate the jam, or downplay the jam's impact? Can't wait to end this deadline day because that negotiate with B. Walker option has been there for ages. I'm still getting the option to negotiate with B. Walker. I simply can't get rid of it. Guess he's here for the ride. You see the urgency. Is that lad called Toilet? The SMH Stadium goes wild! Jam's gonna spread the ball, what we saying? Oh, he's found the sweet spot in the Chesterfield defence. Fabulous footballer, to be fair. One of the toughest questions that I might ever give you. What's your favourite flavour of jam? Oh no, Soromon's injured. I still made the standing tackle. Go, 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 go. Kjartansson is off. Does he have the pace? Oh, it's like running through treacle or jam. Great news that Soromon has shaken off the injury. Here comes May! Oh, yes! What a goal! Christy May! Absolutely brilliant! I mean, good luck trying to top that through the series. I'll give it a good shot. Stunning football by Christy Mayor of Scotland. I think finally some pushback from the computer. That is filthy. Might pick that off. Jam run into the midfield. Oh, he's slaloming past them. He's still going through ball Kjartansson. Oh, but it's a good job because no one likes MK Dons. Go away. Why are you guys good? Nobody wants you to be good. Jam! Oh! Referee's okay with that. Hendry's off after his close encounter with the jam kind. Has Jans! Hello there, Porsche Katze here. How are you doing? So, in rather bizarre news, someone has tasted Enos's jam and the potential has gone up by 1. Okay, toodles! Ew, that's quite disgusting. The space that Page has been given there, Djibouti has simply wiped him out, and that is not a penalty. Enos Jam with a powerful run. Oh, it's a foul! No! No! Enos! I can't cope with him having a broken toe. Shot coming in, edge of the box. No problem for Hanford. Please, Enos, please. You've got to play through it. Come on. Oh, yes, there he is. Enos Jam Team of the Week. Things you love to see. Oh, player injured. It's only a bruised elbow. Go on, Enos.
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
Jam, 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 jam. Mate, sometimes these haikus just melt my brain. Here's the opponent analysis for Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. Papula, what a great name. You get to see him once and then they immediately sub him off. We want more Papula. It's Walden. Smash. Oh. Is that like full power? 6'2", Shering Pem Tomoharu Yoka in Ukraine. I mean, that's some kind of scouting mission. And any hopes of Bristol Street Motors glory is fading. Oh no, what a shame. Soromon on the wing. McDonald's Burger King. Bro, that joke was like old 4 years ago. Jam, 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 McJam Burger Jam. What? I've put Soromon on the wrong wing. Don't you dare say it. McDonald's Burger King. Big head of jam? Or just leave it, that's fine. Anything in the name of defending. I'm waiting, Kjartansson. Go! The final attack of the game. It's Callow. Into Kjartansson. Foreman pushes away. And Bedder. Surely. Kjartansson. Oh! Yes! Kjartansson bicycle kick. wins it at the death! Oh, this guy is mega! This guy is so good! Jam in the middle of the sandwich, jam in the middle of defence. Smeaton wins the ball, heart of a lion, Sorroman. Enos Jam might be set up for a run. He's not going to pass it. Let's be honest here, Kjartansson. No one's closing him down. Enos Jam! Enos Jam! That's even better than the bicycle kick! I'll see it from this angle. Majestic Enos Jam! The ball's moving all over the place! This might be the wrong decision to go with Enos. We've got to be, careful of his stamina. We've got to be careful of his legs if tackles come in like that. And even though many people suggested pump up the jam for Enos Jam, we found something much, much better. Why don't we just shout jam to the tune of the can-can? That seemed absolutely brilliant. Genius. But that old song apparently is still copyright protected. It's like nearly 200 years old. Just let it go. So we came up with a compromise. Jam, 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 jam. The big question is if B. Walker will play, who I'm still being told to negotiate with. The 2024 Ballon d'Or has gone to Erling Haaland. Should have been Enos Jam IMO. Callow Intermare. Oh my word, what is that? Thaddeus Negazon. I beg your pardon. That, my friends, is a name you give to a killer robot. Jam, 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 jam. More Enos Jam! Yes! Rolly Sepp drank from the fountain of youth. Now he can never meet death. What on earth is happening to Camwa? I'm sorry, has he lost a leg or something? I see that Bancroft is back. Unfortunately, in the 3 months that you've been out, pal, you've kind of lost your place to a goalkeeper. Sorry about that. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjartansson? Is it Kjartansson? Van Looy for the corner kick. Oh, Enos Jam! Enos Jam! Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stomping! Saruman, he's running down the wing. Saruman, McDonald's Burger King. I fear that this comment might be correct. McDonald's Burger King is so old that it might be funny again. Why would you do such a thing, McDonald's Burger King? Ask in the comment section and you will receive Enos Jam midfield. This has all the ingredients to be a popular move. If we can get Enos Jam more goal-scoring opportunities, it's quickly becoming his series alongside Kjartansson's. Go on, Enos! Massive run here, lads! I still got it into the box! Enos Jam, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant by the Zimbabwe central midfielder. Hey, he's very, very special. Moves it on to Hanford. Lovely find there to Liverdini. What is that touch then? Keeper's out for the corner kick. Just go and collect it. Why are you not collecting the ball when it's right there? Yes, this pass is going to get picked up by Enos Jam. He's the find of the century. And he strikes the ball so well. Corner kick, you know the target is. He's had 6 shots already. Enos Jam! He's absolutely brilliant. He might be the best League 2 youth player I've ever picked up. Kjartansson picks up the ball going right. And we are ahead against Tranmere. Boom, 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 boom. Kjartansson's in the room. There ain't nobody better than that big Icelandic fella. What first? Cream or jam? Enos knows the holy truth. He doesn't like scones. Oh, you haven't? Oh my God. Tomaharu? What on earth is this scouting report? Genuinely, have you ever seen a report like this? Enos Jam, bye-bye. Roll a die. Dice. Die? I don't know what they're called.
You rolled 1.
You are f***ing joking me.
I tried to find accurate information. Sorry if I got confused.
It's anti-football, tiki-taka. How can you play tiki-taka in 5-3-2 holding? Some are asking me to sign up B. Walker and have him as the mascot like we used to do with Perry NG. I'll be real with you, Chief. I've had this save for over a week and I feel, connected. Oh, what am I doing? He's just been there cheering us on from the main menu. Enos Jam! Oh, it's awful! Referee, send him off! Get out of here! Hey! Alex Parsons out of the game after 6 minutes. Nothing going forward. It's an absolute explosion of talent, whatever that means. Kjartansen's done something magic there! Penalty! Yeah! No! Are you joking me? Oh, that is unbelievable. I need to see it on the instant replay. Get his body in between him and... How is that not a penalty? How is that not a penalty? Referee! Oh, you are so bad at your job. He's gone straight through the back of him. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjartansen? Is it Kjartansen? Perfect pathway for Jam to start moving. Jam on a run. Jam on a run. He's got him lined up. They don't know what to do. One-on-one with this fella. Oh! Grimsby have lost control. Get Jam on it wherever he is. Enos Jam chance. It's perfect composure going left. Yeah! Enos Jam! The Hanford deals with... Chibodu slips when clearing it. These conditions are awful. Christy May's going straight in for a hot shower. He's not a big fan of pneumonia. In fairness, who is? Someone's asking me to make a Spotify playlist full of Enos's jams. Well, here you go. It's packed full of Zimbabwean bangers. Brap. I wonder when the last time Zimbabwe saw snow. He's pulled off a pass, Kjartansen! Has it ever snowed in Zimbabwe? Did it really snow in Zimbabwe? Yes! It snowed in Zimbabwe in 2016! Go away! Kind of, maybe. There is a bit of a debate. I'll take it that it happened, even if it was sleet. What a time to be alive. Career mode is good, and you've just learned that Zimbabwe's had snow. Ruoko to Enos Jam. I see that slide challenge. Trying to break his ankles. I know what you think. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to injure and destroy the career of Enos Jam, but he's simply too good. No broken toe. No broken toe. Toe Jam? Ugh. Jammy toes! I'm gonna write poems for both Enos Jam and Kjartansen. Oh, Kjartansen, your blonde locks of hair are so fine. I want you to lead the line. I'm a rhyming genius. Kjartansen, fake shot, can't put the keeper off, maybe the spin shot will. Great goal. Crimson stains the floor, evidence of deadly deeds. Enos Jam sandwich. Our win probability is down at 5%. I don't believe that for a second. Yes, we are losing. Yes, there's 10 minutes left. But we've been the better side. Kjartansen's look lively. And Ruoko is wide open for the equaliser. We'll show that win probability. Matko, Lividini, Soroman, Kjartansen. Oh! Wonderful! As he finds the side netting and Chesterfield outplay Bromley. Thank you very much. What are we talking about? Win probability 5%? I've never heard such b****s. Toodles! Big Enos Jam run with the long shot. Pick that one out, mate. That was destined. It's some way to unlock the goal score in this episode. Yes. Enos Jam with a thunderbolt. The jam is flowing. Go on, Shering Pem, you absolute Donny. Oh, mate, and he's kept it in. Oh, bad touch. Really, really horrific touch. Shering Pem at the back. Maybe something to do with that long shot from Enos Jam, whatever. Doesn't matter. Up the Shering Pem. Enos marmalade. Enos mayonnaise also. Enos ketchup. Yes. Back, everyone, back. I don't want to sound like a chicken. I forgot how to score against this. Am I not a gamer? Have I stopped being a gamer? Core belly whipping. No, I have not. Shut up. Hey! Ah, yes, the game is acting a bit more fluidly, which is about right. Because Bancroft has just been sent to a different dimension. Kjartansson to the back post. Oh, he's there. Bicycle kick. Woo.
I think I got my swagger back.
3-1 to Chesterfield, and I don't hear any cheering. Fans have got a bit too used to this. Give us a clap. I've just made up a chant. We've got Pem. Super sharing Pem. I just don't think you understand. He slides at everything. Chris Bancroft in the bin. We've got sharing Pem. And the neighbours are banging on the wall because it's getting a bit late. Shocking behaviour. Who wants to live in a house like this? Yes, Pem. Slide at this Pem. Yes, Pem. No, Pem. 3 bags full, Pem. Hello there. Porsche Katsu here. How are you doing? Unfortunately, one of the Chesterfield players have been caught watching Skibbity Toilet. Decrease their reaction and composure by 5. Okay? Toodles! Yep, that scenario created by Bud. I'm a bit too old for Skibbity Toilet, I can't lie. The girlfriend showed it me one stage and I was like, yo, what is this? Since the early goal, Robert Havoc's done absolutely nothing. Hey! Borisov's power shots! Yo! Off target. Oh, yes, connections. Triangles are appearing in the Chesterfield play. Here's Enos Jam. No power shot this time. It's a dipping effort over the goalkeeper. Enos Jam with a massive goal for Chesterfield in their hunt for promotion. What is Robert Havoc doing there? Anger bar? Patrick down the wing. McDonald's, Burger King. Big game for Matko as he tries to replicate what Smeaton does for this team. Kjartansson, decent chest control, and what a volley that is! Injury? What injury? You have been treated to some stunners in this episode. Oh, the strike is a little bit of a toe poke, to be honest. But it's out of the reach of the goalkeeper. I don't think Telford is offside there. Hanford decides to pass it to himself to make sure that that ball goes to safety. You know, I'm ready for 2 hours of screaming into the microphone. And Raw Killen, I beg your pardon. We decided to go for Louis Joseph Latortu because he's 14 years old. Whoop, 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 whoop. By the way, I've had plenty of messages now on how to remove this negotiate with B Walker option. Do I want to do it? Probably not. He's kind of just there chilling. I respect his grind. Also, to the person at EA who keeps on giving me Manchester City players every time I do open an Ultimate Team Pack, which is very rarely, you're not funny. Stop it. Hanford goated on the sticks into Ruocco. No run by Castillo. Thanks, Chief. It's April Fool's Day. Let's try and make a fool out of Carlisle United. Just like we made a fool out of that guy. R.I.P. Bozo. Genuinely is one of the most humiliating goals that I've ever put on a person. I hope he's all right. I hope he's doing well. I hope he hasn't thought about it today whilst he's at work stacking shelves at Tesco. Nice marking job there by Enos Jam. He can use Matko and move forward. Yes, a big Enos Jam run to unlock everything. He is so good at scoring long shots. Christy May jumped into that one. Fully committed. We've got Pem. Super sharing Pem. I just don't think you understand. He slides at everything. Chris Bancroft in the bin. We've got sharing Pem. Ruocco's out wide for us. Oh, there it is. Oh, Kjartansson, you've had a mare. A rarity, a Newport County attack. Hanford. Pem's gonna get there. Oh, he stopped it. Oh, wow. What do you get if you cross Bhutan with Camry? Sharing Pembrokeshire. No, I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjartansson? Is it Kjartansson? I mean, for all the good goals, for all the displays of talent, maybe that block on the line is probably the moment of the season. That is one of the most outrageous pieces of defending I have seen on FIFA. Full stop. Never mind Youth Squad Legends. That is one of the all-time clips. I bet I've been living in that bozo's head rent-free all day. All day, mate. Hello there, Porsche Katzy here. How are you doing? Maybe the lad would be more suited to be a right winger and not a right back. That would certainly help Dorassi out. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I kind of get the message loud and clear there. Vanessa's a very interesting choice for a name. Randria Mampinyonya. Nearly got it right. You're not looking at a great player here, but you got a potential of 71 to 91. And a bit of a story why you call Vanessa. Is that a usual boy's name in Madagascar? Doncaster looking like a team scared to lose any ground on the playoff picture. Oh, Enos Jam! You absolute beauty! That is massive! Enos Jam comes up with the goods for one more time. Oh, it's lovely. Poetry in motion. Yes, pull it back, Kjartansson. And again, Rob Smeaton. Oh, come on! Come on! That is absolutely huge by Big Robbo! Which is mad because he's like the smallest player on the team, or one of, but he's big in the heart. I'm pretty sure I've just seen Notts County draw. That would be their final game. I honestly don't know what's going on with this season. Everybody should finish at the same time. Take a look at the standings. We're in second place. Oh my God. Oh, we've got promoted. Oh, yes. You not only got promoted, we finished second. Oh, mate. Rob Smeaton and Enos Jam. That is mighty. We're going into League One. I can't believe that. I am buzzing. I'm buzzing. Yes, mate. Enos just kicks it. He doesn't actually know the rules of football. We've come second. Oh, wow. The smile on my face says it all. Matko smashes it out to Zatko, who decides to pass it to himself. Well, it might have confused the Grimsby Town defence. It's a corner kick. He might not have an end product, but Jambe has been the best player on the pitch, doing some really good defensive duty. Oh! Talking about Jambe! There's the end product! There's the limbs! Lots to celebrate. I can hear a few boos in the crowd. They're a bit stupid. Chesterfield, the most unlikely promotion story, will be playing League One football in about 3 months' time. Oh my God, the news is just breaking on us. Player, team name, _177692. Oh yeah, that really famous player. I really like the look of the SMH Stadium. You know what? It's good to see that we've rolled over to a new season and B Walker's still here, waiting for that negotiation to happen. You'll be waiting for a long time, pal. There is a slight sense that we're in over our heads. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Don't panic. I am panicking a little bit. Oh, come on. That's not even a badge at that point. Wait. No, I can't be the only one seeing that. Seriously, did no one designing that think it might look a bit sus? It's Robert Avoc's favourite football club. Then there's like Sunday Christian. From Monday to Saturday, he's a big sinner. But when it comes to Sunday, man's at church. Bad news, chap. It seems like Tomoharu Ioka has been hit by a flying jam jar thrown by a jealous fellow scout. No one knows who, but it's probably Cesarini. Rob Smeaton going for a long shot. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a rocket going into the top corner when your striker has no luck and being shut up by the two centre-backs. Players deeper are called upon, and that is a sensational hit. That will drop to Enos Jam. Could be a long shot. Oh, he's done it again! Enos Jam! 2 long shots today! Both central midfielders have torn Portsmouth up. It's a 0.07 XG. Chesterfield and the long shots have got a good relationship brewing. Searching for the ball there into the centre. Oh, Krasutski's gone for the face. But it stays out of our net for now. Christy Bear just sent Harris flying. 17 shots in total. How are you only giving the goalkeeper an 8.0 after that? How many saves did he make? 10? 10? He made 10 saves! I went on a date with an elevator once. It had ups and downs. I'm your host, moderately infectious. Three things are certain in life: death, taxes, and negotiate with B. Walker. What if the 4-2-4 with Jam and Smeaton as the central midfielders could work? Hold on, it's 4-2-4 alert. Enos Jam! Oh! Big Enos! Rely upon him to score the goal! Someone told me in the comment section, how on earth do you strike these long shots? Well, what you do is you just check the vibe, and if the vibe is right, you smash it like that. Bancroft with another clean tackle into Enos Jam. He's running out of energy. He still is the thorn in the side. Big Enos Jam, incredible, but no finish at the end of it. All we need to do is defend the corner, and Sorman does that. Oh, what are you doing? No! Take us on, you idiot! Oh my God! Well, you just knew that was gonna happen. I'm your host, still moderately infectious but feeling better. I know, it's a long-winded name. Blame my parents. Doodles! We'll ignore these guys because they are not up to much, and it is a big, round, juicy but. Oh my God, Alfie Hanford's out on international duty. You are kidding me right now. We haven't got a goalkeeper. You on Yurko Torres. Show me something different, lad. Oh, they are big boys. Phenomenal. Yurko Torres have just smashed it out of play. That ain't what I'm talking about when I say show me something different.
7.
7 is Tanzania.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
You don't need to understand, Google. I'm not talking to you. Africa.
Apologies. I don't.
Please shut up. I'm not talking to you, Google.
Google can improve.
But-
It would help to
Bro!
know how satisfied you are with my response.
I'm not satisfied. Just
How
shush.
would you rate
Please,
it?
please,
One
just
to
shut,
one.
please.
5 to
Just
the
shut up. Stop it. Google, shush. Shush, baby, please.
All right.
When a duck walked up to a lemonade stand, he got kicked in the head. What the f*** has a duck got to do with any of this? Bro, don't take the throwing, I need to sneeze. Stop taking the throwing quick! But it could give Kyotanza the first goal of the season! How has Sandri Roberto missed that? He's gone, he's never gonna play for this football club again. That's having a terrific game! Kyotanza chips the goalkeeper! For Darassi Bancroft decides to pass it with his back to his goalkeeper. What kind of confidence does this man possess? Is he gonna ask out Margot Robbie? I wouldn't put it past him. Enos Jam, yes. This is the long shot. Oh! We've done it! This is the formation, guys! One Enos Jam long shot, and he absolutely blasts it into the top corner.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Youth Squad Legends. Please consider subscribing. If you don't subscribe, I will delete the channel.
Hey, nothing like a bit of blackmail there, Google. I like you thinking. Yo, Google, can you try and negotiate with B. Walker for me, please?
I didn't understand.
If you were to negotiate with a football player, how would you approach it?
I don't know who this B. Walker fellow is.
Well, we're just screwed then, aren't we? Bancroft to Enos Jam, who can turn in the box. There's another goal for Enos Jam. It's not a long shot, but he just dominates. Absolutely dominates. What a juicy Enos. I'm sorry. That's a bit too far. When I was a young boy, my father, he took me to the McDonald's Burger King. Is as close to a cheat code as we've ever got since Harvey Hall. Oh my word! Enos Jam, calm the down, lad. That right there might be his best long shot. It always looks a bit better when it smashes down off the crossbar. Where's the goalkeeper gone? It's an important half-time team talk for Tobias Tanner. How about that for some alliteration? Fenerbahce and PSV want Sandri Roberto. It's absolutely gash, mate. Interception, Andrew Sorman. Loving life right now. Look how perfect he is set up for this role. Andrew Sorman leaves 3 players on the deck. Oh! Andrew Sorman's just got booked for being too good. There can't be any question marks on our chance creation. Oh! Oh! Enos Jam gives us hope! What a strike! 4-3-1-2 wing play. How are you gonna perform that? I can't see Clark Harris having the same impact although he doesn't need to if the ball is going to land so... Oh, is that going to be a penalty? Right, fantastic. Cheers, lads. Enos Jam is livid, and you can understand why, because how on earth is that a penalty? Lo and behold, Chris Bancroft actually asked out Margot Robbie. Flip a coin to see if he succeeds. If he does, he will go up +2 in his potential and his overall. If he fails, he is unavailable for this episode because he is heartbroken. I swear Margot Robbie's like 30-odd. Going out with an 18-year-old bit dodge, but it's not like Bancroft will mind. Flip a coin. Heads.
It's heads.
Yes, it is heads! That's right! Get stuck in there, Chrissy lad. What a guy! You know what? I've just realised that he's so good across the board. Why has the man got 52 shooting? Get you a lad that can do everything. That's probably why Margot has found him so attractive. Big Enos Jam. That's an erratic back heel if I've ever seen one. Top gear on the left-hand side. Kjartansson went a bit early. Thankfully, the pass has actually gone to Enos Jam, and he's made the absolute most of it! We've won the game with Big Enos Jam! £75. Train from Birmingham to Leeds. I hate this country. Big Enos Jam! Yeah! Patty apparently making his debut even though he's not in the team. That's smart. So what do you do when there's no long shot opportunities? You cue the music and let Enos Jam roll forward! Big amazing Enos! What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjartansson? Is it Kjartansson? Yes, Chris Bancroft. Total Rizmaster. Would charm the pants off your mother if he wanted to. His name might be Chris, but you can call him Daddy. PSTP. I have a Pem. I have a tackle. Tackle Pem. I have a Pem. I have slide tackle. Slide tackle Pem. Tackle Pem. Slide tackle Pem. Pem slide tackle. Tackle Pem. Pem slide tackle. Tackle Pem. Hello there, Porsche Cadsy here. How are you doing? Sorry, a Burton Albion sponsored by Bovril? That is absolutely outrageous. Oh, yes, suck on this meaty drink. Oh, Pem slide tackle, tackle Pem. We have confirmation of Marcello Livardini moving clubs. It's a bad negotiation, apparently. Like I care. Let's have it. Shering Pem misses the slide tackle. That'll be a yellow card. Oh, Pem slide tackle, tackle Pem.
Here's a random number. 1.
It's Kazakhstan. That's right. Try and find the next Yesimov. Wesley struggles hard. Mansfield's woes a bitter sting. McDonald's burger. Nope, I will not be saying that last word. You ran out of syllables. Tough luck. How are you doing? Why can't I get Enos Jam as the target man? I've changed it in the menus. I want Enos Jam there. Rise above it! Enos Jam! You absolute legend! The amazing Enos strikes again! Win probability 17% for Chesterfield, 24% for Mansfield. The statistics thinks that Mansfield have a better chance of winning this. It's a last-ditch attempt for Mansfield now. Bancroft perfect positioning. Oh my word! Well, the statistics were absolutely spot on. And I beg your pardon, some say Jam should be replaced. How's that got 93,000 likes? Oh! As the great Ole Gunnar Solskjaer once said, mountains are there to be climbed and bee walkers are there to negotiate with. All right, Ruoko's down. That's definitely going to be a free kick. I don't think it's in shooting range. To be honest, nothing's in shooting range for these players. So having said that, we're going to give it a go with Rob Smeaton. Big whack! Oh, it's in! Oh my God, I've scored a free kick with these crap free kick players. Go on, Rob Smeaton. Sorry, mon, he's not running down the wing. Sorry, mon, McDonald's, Burger King. Sorry, has to do a lot from this position. Here's Enos Jam! Hey, get in there, mate! Snowy conditions at the SMH Stadium. Saruman dropping in to give Jam the opportunity to attack. Step-overs. Is having an inspired episode with the shimmy and the shots. Enos Jam makes it 1-0. The big, amazing Enos. Ruoko now to Enos Jam. The number 15 backtracking. It's so good by Enos Jam. Yes, there's a channel. He'll breeze past Davison. Enos down! It could be a penalty! This is a Victor Lustosa kind of carry. Enos Jam from the spot! Oh no! No hat-trick! We have to change the approach. Cross it in. Smeaton! Hey, that's a way to turn it on! Kids have got all the composure of a bumblebee stuck in a hurricane. Enos Jam! Move out the way, Saruman! Make me some room! Run left or right! Shambe interception. Namesake Jam is very close. Cue the music. He goes past 1, 2, 3. He is unstoppable. Enos Jam. They don't know what to do. Standing tackles flying, but he's still going for it. Enos Jam goes from the centre circle to the goal without any help whatsoever. He basically slalomed around the entire Oxford United team. Right, we have a corner kick now with Enos Jam as the target in the 6-yard box. It has come off the head of the goalkeeper. Maybe another attempt. Enos! Big Enos Jam! Come on! He's got a neck like a traction engine. He had 3 players marking him, and he just out-jumped the lots. That is outrageous athleticism. Probably the first save of many. Murphy! How has that stayed out? The crossbar and Hanford's legs to the rescue. BBC Sports saying Jam's having a standout season, leads the way in terms of goal involvements. That coming from the same source that I'm pretty sure said Jam was finished and needed replacing about 2 weeks ago. No, they keep on peddling that for some reason. I'm a bit bamboozled by it, I can't lie. Enos Jam does really well to tower. Hit that. Oh my God, that's outrageous. Enos Jam. What on earth have we just seen? So we shall crack on with Jam and Vibes. Jam and Vibes were two of Bob Marley's favourite things in the world. I'm here to entertain. Are you not entertained?
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
It's Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike. Pem's getting right into Gretcher's face. Yes, Pem slide tackle, Pem. He's moving like he's got something to say in this game. Yes, that'll just drop beautifully to Erica Kjort-Sansen with a return goal. And here goes Torres. Hey, Torres has scored. Oh, Wesley Purport's giving it big uns on the touchline. Calm down, mate. Final whistle goes. The result is a 3-2 win for Chesterfield, and we're going to drink those Mansfield tears for a good week or so. Get ready for some riveting nighttime action at the SMH Stadium. But that only brings about a really massive chance for the big, amazing Enos Jam! How are you doing? Top goal scorer in the league! Can we go and select on Yango? Don't really want Saruman to be defending this corner kick. A scuff clearance by Jambe and the hard workers gone. That's one player that we can upgrade at the end of this episode. Bulls floating in midair. Halloween was like weeks ago. Try and keep up, game. Back up a second. They've got like a winger or wing-back regen called O, and he has pink hair. Look at number 24. Check his name. It's O. Fleetwood Town are coming to the SMH Stadium. Tobias Tanner has reached the 100 match mark as Chesterfield boss, so it's up to us to make it memorable for him. And with that, is it any surprise that this has just ended 0-0? Kjartansson has improved to an advanced forward plus. Does that mean that he's got an extended warranty or something? One of these news articles has got Enos Jam in full honk mode. Now, Cambodia is the big one. Not all name pools are created equally, as we are just about to see. There's Math Sock Seller, 2 times 2 equals 4, Nendavaron, Sun Makara, Say Rottanak, Limsucker, and Ouch Ravi. The dude's first name is Ouch. Limsucker. Diddums, my friend. But only 3 clean sheets below him is Martin Rowlands. So you might be looking at quite a handy goalkeeper there. 77 overall? What on earth? Jesus Christ. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Kjartansson not fit to play this game, so it's Sorman. Sorman to face up against the 77 overall goalkeeper. Are you mad? We started this one like a house on fire. Ben Danya with a lovely ball. If he's onside, Sorman, top corner. Another corner kick dealt with. Enos Jam with only Andrew Sorman ahead. He's trying to find the little man who is an absolute nuisance. Oh, yes! What a day he's having. Andrew Sorman with 2. Cross it in. Oh, yes! On a plate. Enos Jam makes it 4-1. Enos Jam now set up properly. Go on, win that! Oh, it's another goal for Chesterfield! This scoreline's getting a joke! It's Stockport 1, Chesterfield 5! The county goalkeeper's stunned, and he's not the only one in this stadium. The state of the match rating, Sorman 9.2, Ruocco 9.9, Worthington 8.3. Not a bad game from you, Enos Jam a 10. Debutant Harrison down the wing. McDonald's Burger King. Second game of the episode. Second game that we start off brightly in. Andrew Sorman. Oh, yes. Oh, Andrew Sorman. What on earth am I seeing? Yes, mate. Raw. Oh, it's fantastic. It's raw. Enos Jam. Drank too much at the pub last night. Woke up naked inside a park bush. All we need to do is find the head of Enos Jam, whether that's a corner kick or a cross. Maybe not Jam, but Jambe! Patrick Jambe makes it win! Yes, that's actually a bit disturbing. Wobber Lewandowski. He has every right to be unhappy. Noodle, are you a fan of Enos Jam? Ruocco, can he find Enos Jam? It's too close to Watson there. Enos Jam, what are you doing? Did you hear about the kidnapping today? Don't worry, he woke up. It wouldn't be a Chesterfield series without a Piscopo, so this is Domenico's cousin, Aldo Piscopo. And finally, another promising striker, Warren Barra from the Seychelles. As you requested, half of your team has been loaned out to Mansfield. Eh? What? Yes, we spoke on the phone 2 days ago. No, we didn't. Yes, we did. Bro, we did not. We did not talk on the phone 2 days ago. I have been working hard, hunkered down by this admin work. No. Don't play silly games with me. It was definitely you on the phone. You sounded exactly the same. Mate, I haven't even had time to go outside and touch grass. I had no time to call you up. Also, which players have been loaned out? Math Sock Seller, Lim Soccer, Rico Walden's gone. Are you joking me? I don't know what to say. It was you on the phone. It was not me on the phone. It wasn't? No! Then who was it? What's up, fellow gamers? It's your boy Tuxie with another episode of this riveting Mansfield Town career mode. What am I doing with my life? Oh, dear. I can't even drink my drink. I I need a straw. Let's have a look at this squad up for a second. Well, I've got rid of everybody over 30 years old. They're too old for my squad, thank you very much. I'd be too old for my own squad. For some reason, Mansfield had this 78 overall Vanuatu and central attacking midfielder. He was actually called Jackson Shem, but he's not as good as Andrew Sorroman, so I've changed his name to Jackson Shem. Oh, I've got a right big snot monster up here somewhere. Our first game of the season, we're at home against Crew Alexandra, once managed by Tuxie, the absolute fraud. I seem to have a very ticklish nostril. Oh, Krasutski, get that ball forward. Pedrero! Edge of the box, Penson's got time. Good work, lad. Let's keep on grafting. My accent's all over the place. An interception there by Limsucker. Beautiful start by Mansfield Town. Ball gets crossed in. Yurko Torres, come on, man. It's Yurko Torres. Get in there. Yurko. Good work, lad. And that is the reason why Mansfield are better than Chesterfield. Thank you very much. 4 shots on target by Mansfield to Crew Alexandra's 1. Weak, pathetic. The half-wingers really are doing a fantastic job today. Osianto! Use your ends. You've got ends. Well, you won't have ends when I'm done with you. Get the chainsaw out. Oh, it seems like my disguise is falling off slowly. I require medical assistance. It's a real problem having a fat head. I'm trying to figure out how to win this game. Oh no, Limsucker has been injured. Oh, it seems like I've been playing a winger at centre-back all this time. That is not good at all. Okay, here comes Rico Walden. Harrison is now free. Freedom, Harrison! Torres! Krasutski! Put it into one of the sides! You absolute clown! Interception, Billy Blissett. He'll hate playing for Chesterfield's rivals. 1-2, Yurko. Yurko, find Yurko! Find Yurko! Find Yurko! On the other hand, Robert Havok will probably love playing for his rival club. The absolute wrong un. It's Krasutski to win it! Fraudulent. If I could have possibly hydrated through that, we could have probably won. Get my excuses in quick. I actually got a mouthful of drink there. It's Joel Tassett. Lovely ball. Gretsch! Ugh, I seem to have lost my face again. Hang on. It's a good job that we don't play against Chesterfield this season. The SMH Stadium would make my face fall off all the time. Estefanos for 2! Tuxie better than Tuxie confirmed. And better than sparring DK, the Australian donut. Very exciting forward line right here. Doing way better than Pedrero and that other kid. Krasutski, of course it is. Go on, Rico Walden. Oh! That might be a red card right there. Estefanos! We are 4-1 up from a whimper to a winner. How about that? That might be the title of the episode. On the old Tuxie channel with 3 subscribers.
Welcome to Tomoharu Ioka's Irrational Screaming with your host, Tomoharu Ioka.
In Wesley Purport we trust. Aaron Jaboda with time and Aaron Jaboda with a misplaced pass. Saw a lot of that in Chesterfield. I mean, I didn't see anything. He stuck it on a plate. Unfortunately, that plate is not gobbled up by one of our strikers. I can hear Billy Blissett screaming, I want to go home. I want to go back to my family in Chesterfield. I don't like it here in Mansfield. It stinks. Well, tough luck, mate. You're here for a season. Maybe even more if I get my way. A draw's not the worst result away from home, but we're the mighty Mansfield. We should be beating every single team in League 2. Absolutely shambolic. I'm going to tell all your mothers that you're a disappointment. Right, I'll keep note. You put Aaron Jaboda in this team and we are bound to concede goals. Almost like that Tuxie fella knows what he's doing or something. Yeah, not the greatest performance. I don't know why they're shaking each other's hand. I mean, they really should be yelling at each other and saying that you're absolutely fraudulent. It's another game in the EFL Cup. I'm not interested. Right, that's enough from me. My mum's told me to come and see your grandparents for the first time in 7 years. I don't like them. They smell like cabbage. Catch you in a bizzle, folks. Oh, how about that then? I bet you didn't expect that one. Whoa! Yes, I can fully promise you that this episode is all about Chesterfield. Worthington with a classy first touch. What on earth have I just seen? And it's Shering Pem. Oh no! Shering Pem! Hey, just a quick side note, because it is quite noticeable. If you've seen this dark mark on the side of my bed, that is not me wiping my ass on the corner of my mattress. It does look a bit suspicious. What it actually is my dog drooling all over the place. My man's got problems. Andrew Sorriman can't get past Medley. Slide tackle, he's got the dog in him. The Spyrite showing some hearts. Slide tackle, spot on by Bancroft, but now everybody's falling over. Domin Komecic up and over, and it's Enos Jam with our first goal of the season. Sombat with the delivery. It's Enos Jam, bottom corner. You know what hasn't really helped? The fact that we've had wet weather for 2 of the first 3 games. It's Enos Jam for the hat-trick. Mate, this guy is so good. Honestly, what on earth are we witnessing? His first competitive hat-trick, and it will not be his last. I was going to say that the centre-backs have settled down in this game, but it's not only the centre-backs, the full-backs have also visibly improved from the start. Enos Jam gets past one, jumps over another. Look at this for a run from Enos Jam. Fake shot, and he could find Kjord Sanson. Oh, it's brilliant by Enos. Don't subscribe to Tuxie. He's a fraudulent YouTuber. Subscribe to Tuxie instead. Oh, top quality FC25 content there. I'm not dead. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, hey, I'm not dead yet. The Grim Reaper's gonna take me kicking and screaming. I'm buzzing. This is like the first video game that I've played in well over a week. And I really just want to catch up with the boys. Like, I miss Enos Jam. Who doesn't miss Enos Jam? Don't mind me if I sweat profusely through this. Rob Smeaton stakes his claim as the set-piece take outside of the corners because he's crap at corners. Never trust him with your Christmas cards. Terrible at delivery. Would make for an awful postman. I want Enos from deep. Enos from deep. What is that slide tackle doing? It's Enos Jam. The music plays as Enos Jam absolutely annihilates that Bradford defence. The amazing Enos. Stunning Spyrite. Get us to the top of the table. Enos Jam. Ruoko's making a run. Sombat Youngen finds it. I am so good at this game. Confirmation of Rennie Agella moving clubs, A price rating, absolute stunts. I'm burning up proper here. This virus is dying tonight. Prolonged exposure to Maroon 5 can kill in a matter of hours. Enos Jam. Oof. Oh, he's got it in. Oh, what a goal, Enos. Ah, yes. 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 It's Enos Jam! He can. It's limbs. He's just the best player. He's the best player, maybe, ever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Enos Jam gonna pick it up again. We're gonna be more direct this time with Enos! Have mercy, my guy! Oh! Unbelievable! Mate, he is just a freak of nature. Nasoro Issa standing tackle's not actually worked out here, and Dobson's gonna chip Alfie Hanford. Okay, well, you know, that's definitely interesting there, Alfie. Trying to make the game a little bit more interesting, I guess. Why have you put that into your own net, pal? Jam out wide here. Probably not the space to go for a long shot, but it'd be Rob Smeaton! Mate, them two absolutely cooking the league! Ho, 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 it's the Christmas special. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 hobby holes, 11 hobby holes, 10 hobby holes, 9 hobby holes, 8 hobby holes, 7 hobby holes, 6 hobby holes, 5 hobby holes, 4 hobby holes, 3 hobby holes, 2 hobby holes, and a haiku from Yuko Ike!
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
Merry Christmas to everyone except Wesley Purpehart. We all dream of a team of Harvey Halls, a team of Harvey Halls. a team of Harvey Hulls. I've taken the Santa's hat off because I think it might have constricted the blood flow. Where has our quality gone? This hasn't really been a Christmassy episode, has it? It's wing play football without any wingers. Smart. Feels like our players have had far too much of a good time at the Christmas party, ignoring the fact that in this save it's September. God, Sanson down to Enon! Oh, what a goal! Hey, look at this celebration, what's going on? Row, row, row your boats. And how on earth are Rotherham and Chesterfield in the southern section? Answer me that. No scenario today. Where's Posh Tuxie been? It seems like I'm still hungover from the festivities. Champagne, anyone? How are you doing? Yes. Saruman, mon, he's not running down the wing. Saruman, mon, McDonald's Burger King. That'll be an interception by Billy Blissett, who's like, oh, thank goodness, I'm back in Chesterfield. It's another 1-0 victory. Chesterfield fans, go and clap! Clap, you guys! They're playing out of their skin! There's a role update for Natali Ruoko. He's now a half winger plus. What is that? Is that like a monthly subscription? What would tip this episode over the edge, though, is a Piscopo goal. Just one single Piscopo goal. That's all I'm asking of you. We shall send this ball in with Tony Oggio. Is that Enos James? Oh my God! He's gone with an overhead kick, and it's top corner stuff! What a player! What a player! 2 corner kicks, 2 goals for Enos Jam. It is a cheat code from these situations, but even so, that is a bit special. That's outrageous. He was a centre-back to begin with. A centre-back. Could you imagine if we kept him at centre-back? Don't worry. We are bringing Enos Jam into 2025. What's up, fellow gamers? It's your boy Tuxie here, catching you up with a Mansfield action. Because that weirdo Cutsy couldn't do this skit for the last few episodes. He's got a cold. Weak, pathetic, some might say fraudulent. Game changed after 41 minutes. Rico Walden sent off for a foul that didn't look like a red card in my opinion. Maybe he was spouting Chesterfield propaganda on the field. The second game that we're covering was in the BSM Trophy. Suspect for both Grimsby goals to put them 2-1 ahead. I'd like to find out what was going through Siantar's mind. And it's Salford away. Does anyone even remember that Salford's in League 2? It's like a project that's been forgotten. And there was just enough time left in the match for Robert Havoc to break a man in half. Up next is potentially the game of the season, and, quite honestly, one of the best games that I've ever played in career mode. But there's a bit of backstory here before the match. You see, Roekillen had a broken toe, but I really wanted to play him. So our scenario maker, Rogued Man Cutsy, decided to cut his toe off. You get me, fam? I mean, that kind of solves the problem. So he was in the lineup in this 4-3 thriller. Like normal when you're playing against Tranmere, Davison is the danger, and he proved too hot to handle for the Mansfield defence, putting the away side up 1-0. But not to be outdone, here's Andrew Gretsch with a 25-yard finesse shot. Bloody hell, mate. 5 minutes later, he's at it again, latching on to the end of a Yurko Torres chip through ball. Kid's absolutely dynamite. Nearing the half-time whistle, Onyango was having a bit more success with Davison, but unfortunately his clearance just happened to drop to Finlay, who smashed it in for a leveller. Game was absolutely topsy-turvy. Yurko Torres in on the action. Man of the match performance, slipping it in Pedrero. 3-2 Mansfield. Gretsch would hit the post before Tranmere responded with a third goal themselves, set up beautifully by Davison. Surprise, surprise. However, the men in yellow were not deflated. We had a Penson shot that hit the post before Yurko Torres snatched in and played a wonderful ball to Andrew Gretsch, who bags another hat-trick. And shout out to this cameraman who clearly doesn't know how to be a cameraman. The people in the stadium couldn't believe this foul wasn't a red card. Appalling decision-making there by the referee, so I expect to see him in the Premier League in 2 years. Started off quickly, 6 minutes in, Lawrence Kengot from a corner kick. Looks like a conventional headed goal, but on the replays, he's clearly punched it into the net. Next game's a little bit more straightforward. It's a 1-0 victory for And there's only one highlight to show from this match, but it's a bloody good one. Andrew Gretsch absolutely rockets this one in from downtown. Catch win a bizzle, folks. Psst. It's Tuxie here with a message. Don't subscribe to this fraud. Go and subscribe to the Tuxie channel instead. We're nearing 5 subscribers. We need all the help that we can get. So, yeah, subscribe to Tuxie, not this guy. As we listen to our scenario from Roadman Cutsy. Wagwan, Roadman Cutsy here with a scenario, you get me, fam? I am seeking bare money for Mansfield ends, so I've kidnapped Posh Cutsy to pussy or boom! We've set man's safe release at £10 million. You either pay up cuz or start offloading reserve waste, man. You don't know! The Canadian Turtle, yes, been looking forward to seeing him. Seems like Rodrigo's won the 2026 Ballon d'Or. Why is it not Enos Jam? Sorry, Mon, he's not running down the wing. Sorry, Mon, McDonald's, Burger King. Enos Jam. Errol Banks with so much green space. He's got Sanson onside! That's he is! What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjortansen? Is it Kjortansen? Now Errol Banks. Oh, what a find! He's missed it. Are you serious? They must have finally changed the sensitivity of the free kicks. Oh, that's much more like the old Kjortansen. Excellent. I've spat all over the screen in excitement. Maybe we can change the lineup. I've got Piscopo on the bench. Do I risk it and put Piscopo on for some kind of nostalgia hit? Here he comes. Aldo Piscopo, you got 12 minutes. It's Rob Smeaton. He's lifted up. This is it! Piscopo scored with his first couple of touches. Piscopo! It's one final attack if the referee wants to give it. Second for Piscopo. Don't mind if I do. Piscopo took that one well. Probably the most demanding defensive game of the entire season. Brilliant by Jens Fett there. Truly generational. Oh, we seem to have a bit of a graphical glitch there on the field. Hello there, Porsche Katze here. How are you doing? I'm back, yes! Not held at knife point. I'm not dead. Huzzah! Failure to comply will probably end up with me being kidnapped again, maybe even stabbed. Okay, toodles! Oh, Enos Jam Tifo! It is glorious! One simply does not allow Enos Jam to operate in the hole. Look at the state of this! Oh, it's in! It's top corner! It's Enos Jam being brilliant! Across! It's Warren Barra for 2! Proves that miracles do happen. They're showing Enos Jam far too much respect. Galloping like a horse. Oh my word! You are too good, Enos! You are far too good! Enos Jam is up there somewhere. He wants his hat-trick. He's now in the box, but he'll set up Warren Barrow, and we've got a fourth Jam from there! Oh, mate, he could potentially still get it on. Early challenging, shatter both his tibia, let him know you're there. It is Enos Jam! Oh, beautiful ball! You've got to put that in for the hat-trick! Warren Barra! What on earth is even going on right now? Great block, Nasoro Issa. Feels like we're going to score with every single attack. Oh! Seal up your hat-trick in unbelievable style. Enos Jam, it's 7-1. But we've got him back into position. Great block by Shering Pem, man of the match. Oh, Domin Kermesec floors a guy, plays a ball into Andrew Saruman. Yes, and this is what I'm talking about. We've won the game with that play. What a piece of footballing brilliance by Chesterfield all around. This time we're going to the left-hand side. Oh, he's missed it. You won't miss that one. 3-1. Am I right in thinking that has hit the post, hit the goalkeeper's face, dropped back to Enos Jam so he could finish it? If so, oh my word, that is so funny. Oh my days, Warren Barrow went back to Chesterfield. The pussy-o. If I get within a 10-mile radius, this man's getting shanked. You don't know. Boom! Up and coming right backs in Latotu and Billy Blissett. Hi, Noodle. One thing's for sure with Enos Jam about, there's always a chance! Always a chance to win a game right on cue! Enos Jam! Mr. Tickle, yes, that's his name in the Wigan net. Couldn't get his long arms to it. You'd expect Mr. Tickle to be somewhat of a good goalkeeper, but also he looks kind of dodgy. He looks like he should be on a register somewhere. I don't know, the Enos Jam goal was pretty exceptional, and he's there keeping his balance, trying to find his second goal of the match, and somehow wanting to take the corner kick. Oh, you daft. I think Sheringham has been done a disservice in this series. He was put into centre-back very early on due to Eric Kjartansen's performances in League 2. Kjartansen in League 2 was a monster, but now he's not a monster, and that speed problem that he has doesn't seem to be affecting Sheringham. So maybe, even though he's got a killer defensive chant, maybe Sheringham should play striker and just show us what he's got. By the way, for all those still wondering, yes, I am still yet to negotiate with B. Walker. Can we now see that spark ignite? Sheringham has been given the nod to play up front here, to play a big throw out to Christie Mayer, now Jambe, with Sheringham in the centre. Can the ball be right to him? I think so. I think so. He's gonna get there. Sheringham, you absolute beauty. Andrew Sorriman, bike stick. Sheringham's there. It's a great ball, and Sheringham scored again. Go on, Ruwako, find it. Is Sheringham on? Oh, he's dinked it. It's 3-1 Chesterfield. He's got a first-off hat-trick. What a lad. Oh, Sheringham is magic. He wears a magic hat. He changed to a striker. Said he fancied that. What is that goal then? Goalkeeper rooted. Sheringham with 4. We love a good storyline here on Youth Squad Legends. We might have uncovered the best of the lot. What a call it was to play Sheringham upfield. To realise that I might have been wrong a few seasons by, let's go Sherin, play the ball through. It's Ruwako. Could he be an assist? You bet he can! Ladies and gentlemen, Chesterfield have their Andrew Gretsch. Outravi's had a good game in central midfield. Seems very comfortable in the Smeaton role. Play the ball quickly into Sheringham, and that is 5 for the lad. Wide open in the box. Go on, Sherin, for 6! For 6! Sheringham! Sheringham! 6 goals for Sheringham! All them episodes where we were trying to find the answer, and it was right under our noses. It was a centre-back. The striker that was never given a chance to play striker. The record for Youth Squad Legends goals in a game is 6. It's a record that stood since FIFA 14. Paderborn's Raphael Baggy was the first one to score 6 in a match. No one scored 7. Pems equalled it alongside many of the other great names of Youth Squad Legends history. And yet somehow Ruwako got man of the match. Enos Jam listens to Lady Marmalade on repeat every day. I don't know what kind of replacements we've got on this bench. Wycombe Wanderers, open net. It's a triple save by Alfie Hanford. A big thanks to everybody on the right-hand side supporting me financially on Patreon. How are you doing? But I've got another comment here beforehand. At Tuxie, you should start listening and responding to the community for changes to be made to the sliders. This silence is not understandable. Oh, what's up, fellow gamers? Tuxie here, and I, for one, am very relieved that this is going to stream, because I'm sure you don't want to hear 4 minutes of me saying, and Andrew Gretsch scored again. Now that I've given you the lowdown, it's time to say goodbye. Catch you in a bizzle, folks. Hanford's coming a long way for this. Oh, corner flags moved! Of it all, Jens Fett, brilliant. What a player. I really do think we are witnessing the greatest player that we've ever seen in Youth Squad Legends. Lucas Hull's got it right. His display's worthy to be in a museum. I think we are gonna fall short. Sorry, man. Oh! Sorman, 3 added minutes! Can we score? It's 1-1 in the FA Cup! Yoko Yama. Alfie Hanford says, bring it! I'm trying to dive that way, you melon! Been a perfect penalty shootout to this point. Longello is saved! And we've got a chance to win it! And it's Christy May! Almost like I wrote it on the script. How's your composure, sunshine? He would normally not be in this situation. It's green composure. He's going to the right-hand side. And we have knocked out Birmingham City in the FA Cup. That is what dreams are made of. Oh, it's the return of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. It will be another penalty shootout. Now Mattot for Shrewsbury. You've got to save that. I'm diving that way, man. Domen Kometic to the right-hand side. And it has been saved. Shipley... No, sends Alfie Hanford the wrong way. It's happening all over again. We're going to get knocked out of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. Darassi, very nice penalty kick indeed. Alfie Hanford saved one of these damn penalties. Castledine, yes, that's what we're talking about. Now Tyrone Bacchini, please score this. Good work! The pressure's on Winchester. He has to score, and he won't score! Alfie Hanford tips it over the bar, and we are still alive in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy! We're alive and kicking, lads! A big thanks to everybody supporting me financially over on Patreon. Make sure to add them credits this time around. Only one place to start this. If my controller worked. Hang on. We get to the Academy tab, and in the youth squad, we will find a massively tall player in Milan Anganant. But obviously, Milan Anganant wants to be a big boy. We can be quite generous with his height. I'm thinking, say, 6'2" to 6'5". Let's randomly select one of those heights. He'll be 6'4". Cheers.
Cheers to our long and happy friendship.
I mean, if you want to call it that. How are you doing? What's all this about? Our future is in great hands. You support Forest, not Chesterfield. Sort your life out. Can we get a goal? Corbelli is asking for it. It's a nice pass on. Score this. Yes. Shering Pem can't miss. It's Pem the pass. That could be right on the money. Shering Pem. You absolute legend! He might not be able to take a run from Enos Jam. I mean, they're opening up. Pem's onside. He'll get a hat-trick. That's a wonderful finish! Typical that we have a game that crazy just after I say I like these sliders because they're quite realistic. This silence is not understandable! The power in my house just went out. How am I gonna survive now? Simply light a flame and hold it above your head. Shout incantations. Just summon Enos so his radiance can light up your house. Simple. Chest control there. He's toying with them. It's Enos Jam. Sombat Youngun back heel, and he's got jamming momentum. Now then, he's got all the freedom in the world to pick him off. It's Enos Jam. He's so good. Here we go with another scintillating game of League One football. Come on. Half time, it's another 0-0 game after the first 45 minutes. So here he is standing at 6'2". He's got 82 pace. 72 physicals, showing great potential. Market value of 4.3 million. We have a chance at 2.8. If we get this guy for 2.8, that changes everything. Matty Lama now is just too good of an offer to refuse. We'll give him £10,000 in his current wage, see if he's happy with that. Boom, it's done. It's signed at 2.8 million. Fair enough, it's a pretty substantial sell-on clause, but 2.8 million, really? Lama gets tackled immediately. Good. I kind of want him to be crap, you know? It's a horrible thing to say, to be honest, but I just don't have that connection with him. Half-time comes, and I am chuffed to bits to say that Lawmore is getting subbed. Corbelli up, that is perfect! It's Shering Pem! Sit down, Matty Lawmore! You are not on this level! 35 minutes long? That's absolutely fraudulent. No one's gonna watch that. Subscribe to the Tuxie channel.
19.
The 19th place team is going to Burnley.
Burnley's next game is on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. when they will be playing Preston North End.
What a useless bit of information that was. Thank you very much, Google. Oh, I love this piece of news. CM Social debut not played by the UM. It's half time. It's 0-0. It's happened again. We'll be trying out Milan Anganen up front. I want to see something different, something exciting. We'll have a chance here for Rotherham United. Played across. Rejoice we don't have a 0-0 scoreline at half time. The bad news is unfortunately we're losing. Bristol Street Motors Trophy quarter-final against Doncaster. We'll play this ball back to Smeaton. He's got it. Samba, second chance. Second chance, Samba. It's scrappy, but Chesterfield have a goal. Full-time goes there. Big celebrations. I can hear the fans roar. Quite honestly, I think it's relief. We're into the semi-finals of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. Please, Piscopo. Please. That's a good standing tackle, actually. Go on, Samba Youngen. Yes. Put the ball in. Yes. Any other day, this takes like 1 hour 40 to record, and then I can edit it, no problem, all in a day's work. Nah, mate! I got a train to catch at 9 a.m. and you're doing this to me. My entire PC is going to get turned off. I'm going to go for a poo, a stressy poo, and we're going to come back, forget that any of this happened, and have a great final game of the episode. I'm powered on M&M Crispies. I'm wired, mate. Enos Jam balloons the ball over, and that's going to be the final chance of the first half. Guess what? Yes, it's another nil, bloody nil. There's a ball. Smeaton! Oh, Kjartansen's onside! That's the big breakthrough we needed! What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjartansen? Is it Kjartansen? Enos Jam! 2-0 to the away side! He'll get a 1-2 with Smeaton. It's up and over. Kjartansen gets his second, and Chesterfield have 3. Where has that come from? Ruocco on the turn. Enos Jam is galloping forward. This time he will not play it into Kjartansen. He might do now. Hat-trick. Kjartansen is back amongst the goals. Can't even celebrate what would be a massive win, because the CPU is just packed up. Bancroft lifts it into a dangerous area. This is Ruocco. Back to Bancroft. Lovely find, and Kjartansen's going to get a 5th. There we go. I think that's timed to perfection. It's Kjartansen down. Not a penalty. Oh, but he's got the ball. What? Okay. I seem to have injured a player there, but whatever, we'll take the throw-in. It's Bristol Street Motors Trophy time. Semi-finals, 1 win away from Wembley. Over the top, it's Sheringham. Early on, it's another goal for Big Sherin. It seems like I've accidentally taken Sheringham out of the attack. The shot comes in, it's saved by Cumming. What a name. I tell you what, he wouldn't be the only one if that shot had gone in. Is that joke a bit too far? You know, I keep on asking these questions, but really, we spent an entire series shouting rude penis. Oh! That header has lobbed our keeper!
Welcome to Yuko EK's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko EK.
When life gets you down, don't despair and don't you frown. Take a stressy poo.
That's right! Into Kjartansen! Finish near post! He can't do it! Rob Smeaton has maybe put us in to the final of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy in a spot at Wembley! We're going to Wembley, lads. Bristol Street Motors Trophy Final. Pennington! Guys, I think the penny's just dropped. I'm fairly sure I know what's happened to this game. I'm like a detective that's just solved a crime. I've had that light bulb moment. Oh my god, I swung the ball in the last few seconds and injured Sheringham. Also, why are the Blackpool players celebrating? You've lost, lads. Literally the last play in that game has just injured Sheringham for 4 weeks. X. The reason why the game is playing so bad is because it's set up to play bad. If you don't know, there's a bug in this game where occasionally the sliders will be forgotten, and that's obviously happened sometime in the past. That has happened in this save. And when I responded to the comment that said, this silence is not understandable, this silence is not understandable, guess what I did? I went and showed you all the sliders, and from that moment on, I am fairly sure the game started playing very differently, as it should, because they are some substantial changes to the sliders, but we've got used to the characteristics of these players with no sliders attached to them. Are you still following me? I know, it's mental. I have such a burning passion for clubs that have the exact same colour on their home and away strips. Like, who was in that design meeting for Huddersfield? I know, let's have an away shirt that's blue. Brilliant, guys. Make it poo colour brown for all I care. Just make it something different and interesting. There you go, into the box, and Jam! It's top corner! Yeah, buddy! He's back! The man that wears the cape! The Amazon! And that will drop to Enos. Strength. He drops a man. Oh my word! Enos Jam to win it! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Mate, we've been waiting for that for days, weeks. Jesus, feel like months. We have the Bristol Street Motors Trophy Final. Let's not wait any longer. How are you doing? Yes!
Well, it's a 4-4-2 of sorts.
Absolutely nothing about this formation suggests that it's a 4-4-2, but whatever. Come on, Lama, you are such a good player for this division, and now he's injured. Brilliant. What a signing! That is an absolute madness. Should I have had Milan Anganon on the bench? Humphreys! It's 1-0 Barnsley and a disaster for Chesterfield. The Spyrites are behind. Jambe's talking to Tanner. Can I get on? No. Pull the ball back. Yes. Run by Ruocco. Oh! I could have shot. It's Domen Kometic winning as a corner. Let's have it, Ruocco. Fine Jam. Yes! The Amazon Enos! Come on! Go Enos! Go Enos! Into the box! Enos Jam! Yes! It's 2-1 Chesterfield! And it's the big man on the big day, big occasion on Wembley, turning it around. What a comeback. Look at the Barnsley fans. He's had 2 shots and scored twice. You cannot stop Zamazanose. Oh my word, Kometic has really changed up things. He puts the ball into Sorryman. It's game over. Chesterfield 3, Barnsley 1, and we're gonna win the EFL trophy. Yes, mate. Yes. Woo! Wow, wow, wow. 4 added minutes, nearly up. The big day almost over. Chesterfield gonna get their hands on some silverware. The silverware that always seems to elude us when we are playing Youth Squad Legends. It's one final corner kick here for Barnsley that we're struggling to clear. The full-time whistle blows. Absolutely sensational from the lads. Substitutes coming on, giving it some celebrations. Chesterfield easily, comfortably the best team in League 1 and League 2 now have something to prove that, and they will hopefully add to it with a League 1 title in a month's time. We still really haven't sorted out the captain in this series, so Nasoro Issa is going to lift it. He's a great candidate for the job. Chris Bancroft is another great call. Alfie Hanford, such an unsung hero in this series, could easily be the captain. And then you've got Jam. If you want someone to look up to, it's obviously gonna be Jam. But if we give the captain's armband to him, are we focusing the series far too much on one player? I don't know. He's so good, though. The Bristol Street Motors Trophy, I think the last time we won it, it was the Johnstone's Paint. Super happy with that victory. We got 3 potential points to use up on these players. It's a stepping up. Phoenix gets whacked. Rise from that, mate. They've got a regen called Ferrari. Ruocco gonna pounce on that loose ball, and his first thought is to set up Enosa. Kjortansen occupying 2 centre-backs. Oh my word! Sent to the shops! It's Enos Jam! Amazing! Enosa! Threatening significantly. He's gonna take a shot near side. What is going on with that net? Hello?
Yuko is on break. This haiku was brought to you by his apprentice. Not paying me much. Disgruntled apprentice means a crappy haiku.
It's quite simple, lads. You win this and you win the league. From the goal kick, Kjortansen in the face of the centre-backs, expecting a mistake that comes. And there's Kjortansen. It's a goal for Chesterfield. What a start from the Icelandic striker. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjortansen? Is it Kjortansen? Kjortansen maybe feeds in Rob Smeaton. Oh, he scores clutch goals. It's Northampton 1, Chesterfield 2. That might have settled it. Confirmed it, looks like it from these scenes. Hopefully the trophy celebration's the next game in front of our own fans. But we have to play the next one to see that trophy lift, which means 8'5" Milan Angonen. Yes! Feast, my child! It's time for the freak show. Well, my first fear was that the game was gonna break. It hasn't. There is Milan Angonen. Twice the size as anybody else on the field. Get a ball into him, yes. Big Milan needs to be higher than that. Rob, nice. I mean, look at the ball. The ball looks like a pea in comparison. Bro, he's going to be a danger in them celebration cutscenes. A flailing arm and someone takes the red off. It is like playing football with a wardrobe. Milan Angonen. How have you missed that, my guy? Right then. Just dink it into him. It's Milan Angonen scoring. What a surprise. Shirt jiggling about like it's made of jelly. The physics are just all over the place at the moment. Big lad at 8'5" almost gets horizontal. Dear me, concusses the centre-back in the process. It almost runs over somebody young and getting back to the centre circle. Full-time whistle. It's Chesterfield 2, Walsall 0. We'll have the trophy celebrations now, thank you very much. The best team in the league by miles. And Milan Angonen has returned to normal size. Chesterfield will be participating in the championship next season. We kind of knew that months back, but it's nice to have it confirmed. What a great episode for trophy lifts. Nasoro Issa leads the celebrations, and at the team photo, Alfie Hanford front and centre. He deserves it. Your player of the season, no surprise, Enos Jam, scoring 39 goals in total. You take the 5 off for the friendly matches. 34 from central midfield. His average rating is a joke. He's just a monster beyond comparison. What's up, fellow gamers? It's your boy Tuxie here. Lim Soccer. The biggest winner in the team is probably this Spanish lad, Luis Hill, who just randomly popped up in Mansfield around January time and we signed him on a contract. Who's this? I've never seen him in my life. I think that's trespassing, to be honest. Vanessa Randri is going to have to go into the loser category because I can't pronounce that name. Eric Kralovic for a 75 overall player stinks, and we will be selling him on. Pathetic, rubbish. Some might call it fraudulent behaviour. But the biggest loser of them all, Jackson Bloody Sham, is 81 overall and he plays like a 62. In fact, that's probably a disservice to 62 overall players. Fraudulent. You are a fraud. Catch you in a bizzle, folks. Look, here's the deal, Katze. It's all well and good doing a pile of work for the pre-season fixes, but don't expect me to read whatever this is. Time, as they say, is money, and I like money, so I will let you do the talking. Okay. Toodles! Okay, fair enough. He will illegally somehow join Mansfield on a permanent move, which was always gonna happen as soon as he made that salute. The Kosovan with a great name, Bloody Shabba. than Chris Bancroft's brother. So annoyed that his sibling ran off with Margot Robbie, he decided to put all his time and efforts into destroying his brother's footballing career. RKS Rakov Yep. Even when there's like tons of interest for our players, a transfer listed Warren Barrow can't get a single offer in. Make a note of that. Washed. Really, what I'm trying to look for is the North Korean. The North Korean! Yes! He is a striker! Get in there! Holy moly! Reach all bum! Reach all bum! Is it sacrilege to get rid of Piscopo? Would Domenico murder my ass if we got rid of him? Yes. And that, my friends, is why we needed Reach all bum. Bum!
Someone has stolen my thesaurus. I am shocked, appalled, fuming, mad.
5 offers. One's for Warren Barrow. Get away from my club. And it's the big one. It's Warren Barrow leaving the club. Hey! Finally, Sims the forward is 84 overall. Help. Chesterfield with the Alfie Hanford tifo. Got the new cap on and everything. I miss the days where goalkeepers used to wear caps. You could say that his hero growing up was Chris Kirkland. 5 minutes between us and a point, and the referee is walking off the field. He's seen enough. He wants to get home early and avoid the traffic. It finally seems to be resetting itself. Referee is still nowhere to be seen. No, I can't play on. Just me and you here, guys, waiting for the clock to tick down. Oh, the referee's back. There you are, mate. Get back into position. Crack on. And finally, play resumes. Pem might be on. Flag doesn't go up. There's a good feeling that he's going to replicate that quality in a blue shirt. Shering Pem in. Hamburg with the delivery. Oh, Pem's too strong. It's a hat-trick for Shering Pem. He is absolutely too good for League 2 teams. Too good. And man up front is starting to eye up the most goals in a game record for the second time in his very young career. Ball comes in. Pem once again bodying defenders, and it's a 5th goal. He should never be the ball, but he is, and that could be 6. This is it. This is the game where this record gets broken. A record that has been standing for 11 years is about to be toppled on the cusp of immense youth squad legends history. Surely we don't have to wait any longer. 11 years is enough waiting. Yershov puts in a delivery. Yes! Pem! Oh, Gibson in the way. Well, I don't believe it. The time's run out and Pem hasn't got his 7th goal. That record remains. What has a guy got to do to get 7 goals with a single player? Bloody ridiculous. How long is this record gonna last? Last thing I want to do before we head on into the game against Ipswich Town. I just want to play some mind games, I can't lie. Jack Cowie here, the Ipswich Town goalkeeper, who rejected us last season. Told us that we were not big enough. Well, here's your £500,000. Say yes to that. Thank you very much. You want to negotiate now, Jack Cowie? Do you really? Yeah, mate, we'll give you everything that you want, a 5-year deal, and then £1 on the wages. Way! Waka! Should have joined us when you had the chance, kid.
I just stole this guy's thesaurus. I'm shaking, thrilled, and overjoyed.
Standing tackle is missed. Go on, Alfie! It's another save! Clean sheet! Yes! He's a f***ing brick wall! Come on, keeper out keeper! He's gonna get chipped! No! No! But apparently Jack Clark was the man of the match. He's 90 overall? Holy sh**. We did well. I think we can get this done at 6.8. That's agreed upon, making it a £4 million profit in 6 months. Absolute stonks. And he'll be playing alongside Raw Killing. Good first touch that by Errol Banks. He now sets up Enos Jam. Watch him dance. It's a Mazananosa. Give him the Ballon d'Or. Could there be another stupendous underdog story at the SMH Stadium? It's raw! The one-star scout available is called Rolly Seck. the Estonian Wonder Scout. Can you scout Estonia? I kind of want a player called Rolly Sepp, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa, that just happened. Overnight, Rolly Sepp disappeared from our scouting team and made himself a 20-year-old. Marvellous! Got the 1 hour left in transfer deadline day. Is it time to negotiate with B. Walker? Nah. Tackle it raw? Raw! Killing! Beautiful!
I just saw the news. Some guy stole a thesaurus. That's despicable.
Bro, what is going on? That's going to be another red card. Has the game just chosen violence today? Mr. Loverman comes into the team. Raw killing. Oh, it's magnificent. Gonna step up here with raw killing. Good decision, to be honest. He's flattened the guy. Opponent analysis. No Issa at the back. Devastated. Used to play pro clubs with Miller, the left midfielder. What a legend he is. No Issa, no party. No Issa, no party. No Issa, no party. Rob Smeaton lifts it up. Enos Jam might get a nod on Kjortansen. Probably offside. Not flagged! He's not flagged! That's gonna count! Well, this one's had way less highlights, probably because of the wet weather. But, so long as it ends up... Oh! Thank you very much! Bashunga. That's a wonderful find for the hat-trick! It is Erika Kjortansen taking home the match ball! You got Enos Jam. You don't want him running at your defence. Oh. It's an own goal. Lovely standing tackle there by Enos Jam at the halfway line. Can he go all the way? Enos Jam. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Enos Jam produces a moment of magic. That last touch to get around the final defender. It's just sublime! It is sensational! Amazon Enosa! It's Latortu getting himself up there. Kjortansen, we could set Jam up for another one! It's 6-0! Chesterfield running riot! The good vibes, man, of this football club are unmatched. Chesterfield 6. Southampton 0. The girlfriend is a Southampton fan. She's gonna hate me posting this. I'm gonna post it all over WhatsApp. It's Kjortansen. Jam's on for the hat-trick. Oh, it's sensational from Enos Jam. Every single goal's been a beauty. This is the best game that Chesterfield have played all series. It's Chesterfield 7. Southampton 0. This has landed on Erjon Dassi, the Kosovan left midfielder, who we've already replaced with Bledi Shaba. Billy Blissett chasing down Chair, and he has been sat down. Big Pem! Oh yes! Here is Andrea Corbelli in the box's only Rechol bomb. That's a cross, by the way. The massive slide challenge, bit delayed there. Bancroft under pressure. That's a terrible pass back! And I've been murdered. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Lim Soccer doing his best to get out there as quickly as possible. Must be nice to be Chris at this point in time. You got Margot Robbie by your side and you're laughing profusely at the television as your younger brother, who took your spot at Chesterfield, fails dramatically. Big game for Bledi Shaba in midfield. Brings in Rob Smeaton. Now Enos. I think there might have been a touch on the arm there. He's piling up bodies. He's that strong. Eventually, we are going to have a proper conversation of Enos Jam being the greatest Youth Squad Legends player of all time. Because you can't play this way against him. It's an instant win for Chesterfield. He is so unbelievably busted, and he might go and show you that class now as he lines up the Watford players, stares them down, dances around every single one of them. It's insane. That is floating up perfectly for Jam. He is just far too strong, and they're backing off him. Once again, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's Amazon Enos! He's on a different planet, mate. There is no one even close. Jam picks it up in his own half. Because he's facing one against ones, I have all the confidence to keep on dribbling with him. Because how are you going to beat him? Look at the balance, look at the poise, look at the skill. Oh my word! You really are witnessing the greatest Youth Squad Legends player ever. We're witnessing this together. Look at the state of this, look at the feet. He's 6'6". Off he goes for the hat-trick chance. Do not let him get up to top speed, because this is what he's gonna do. Enos Jam! Take that match ball home! You absolute beauty! Enos Jam just read that slide tackle like a book, mate! Like a book! Oh my goodness! I'm running out of words to describe him. There's a good delivery! Oh, it's a 4th goal for Enos Jam! Listen to my voice, it's gone. I am cooked. Natali Ruwako is going to set it back to him. Enos smashes the crossbar, gets it back from Piotrans and hits the post. We have never seen something of the likes. Oh my word. Nardi's probably looking at him and going, what am I witnessing? Christy May's swinging it in again, and he's going for an overhead kick. Absolutely untouchable. The full-time whistle goes at 4-0 Chesterfield, 4-0 Enos Jam. I have absolutely no words. No words. Why wouldn't you watch this? It is just so addictive to witness that every single episode. I'm going. See you later. Bye-bye. Right, I've got something tremendous to talk about. I want to highlight a comment that we received a couple of weeks back. I don't know where this comment is. I've lost the comment. It's in this video where we say goodbye to Chris Bancroft. This lad right here, Rishi Panda, posted a haiku, and I was like, oh, all right then. Why has he got a music logo? Well, this guy is a Bengali folk singer. Ain't that crazy? Youth Squad Legends really is global. No, I don't want to be copyright striked by my own viewers, but I really want to listen to one of these. I have been sitting on this for ages, mate. I cannot wait to hear this. Yes, mate! I love it. I love it. I love it. Up the Rishi Panda. I'm going to subscribe. So come on, Rishi Panda. Play another banger. The crowd goes wild, wild, wild. I can't believe it. Bengali folk singers watch my stuff. You ain't going to get that with another FC25 creator. Rishi Panda, mate. Mr. Loverman. We just got to focus on the commitment. Get back up, Alfie. Okay, well played, mate. Errol Banks with Kamiko up ahead. Rechol bomb reeling. Oh, what a goal! Wow! That came out of absolutely nothing. It's a stunning strike by the Djiboutian Kamiko. Djibouti. Who needs Enos Jam? Me. I actually need Enos Jam in my life. Good turn. Rechol bomb.
Lost my snack again. Blamed the dog. He looked guilty. I ate it last night.
Hey, look, guys, it's the Bengali folk superstar Rishi Panda. Can't be wasting time like this. That's better. Oh my God, that's so not better. What is that pass? Now Jam with acres as he stares down the defenders. He's just far too good. He'll bully them all day. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That is outstanding. Anything remotely resembling footballing quality has been drained away from this game. The only thing that has been drained from this game as the groundsman is going to get sacked after this. I've seen bogs that are less waterlogged. Armstrong for Bristol City. Slide in by Raw. Kill him. I do sympathise with the guys that get sent off because when Jam's in the mood, when Jam can run at players, there is just very little you can do. It's Enos Jam. Absolutely brilliant. Dancing once again through defenders like they're not even there. In the save
somewhere we've hidden a surprise. I hope you can find it. Okay, toodles! So this is my own kind of Easter egg hunt, is it? I wonder if it's Rishi Panda related. I wasn't scouting India last episode. There he is. There's the guy. Pretty decent for a Bengali folk singer, in my opinion. Yes, you found Rishi Panda. Marvellous. Now go and score with him or else there'll be consequences. I was impressed. More with your music. Don't really know your footballing quality. At 1 overall, I'm not expecting much. Enos Jam could have had 2 quick bookable offences. That was absolutely atrocious by Shering Pen, but he's probably doing it as some kind of protest. Why have you got a Bengali folk singer as your striker when I can clearly score goals? You don't understand the culture. Mr. Loverman comes in. The league simply can't handle Zamazin. We've faced the last 5 minutes with 9 footballers and a Bengali folk singer. A bit of a transfer special. Hearty mouth moment to come. Let's take a listen to this crazy scenario devised by Posh Tuxie. Premier League clubs are circling like vultures. Every day of the winter window, a random player will be selected as a transfer target. If this random player has recently signed a new contract at Chesterfield, he will be spared. However, nobody is immune to being randomly selected twice, as the law of the Premier League will be far too great. All loanees are immune from this scenario. Okay, toodles! Alanga makes it 1-0 to the home side. Oh, and he's done the gritty. Let's get back to Google.
24.
Number 24 is Andrew Soroman. That's a terrible, terrible selection. Now, prior to this scenario, we did give this lad a new contract, so he does have that safety net, but if 24 is called again, he will be moving clubs. That is scary. That's terrifying. Into the 3rd of January. The random number today is
22.
22. That's Vincent Bashunga. A little bit better. In fact, I don't think I've offered him a new contract. He's out of the door. I'm getting a bit nervy and we're only at the 4th of January.
28.
Oh, 28! Stop doing the 20s! That is red card merchant Pavel Stanic. Moving on to the 5th of January. The heart is pumping, mate.
Here's a random number. 33.
33! It is Caleb Anderson. He's now in a bit of danger. 6th of January.
11.
This is like Russian roulette bingo. Latortu is now in danger. I hate it, but I love it. On to the 7th of January.
25.
25! Oh! It's Shering Pem! No, my sweet prince! We've just given him a new contract, so he's alright for now, but I really, really don't like the fact that Soroman and Pem already in trouble. And the final random number before the FA Cup tie is as follows.
8.
8 is the legend Rolly Sepp. Oh my goodness. It's fair to say that I'm bricks. Oh my god, what has happened to Panda? No, no, no. It's because I changed his birth date to make him 27. The worst thing is that I can't go back and reload the save, or else I'll have to do the Youth Academy tournament again, and I ain't gonna do that. We've just ruined the best chance that we had of seeing Rishi Panda score. I'm absolutely devastated. Let's get through the next handful of numbers then. Stressful, man.
45.
45. Jambe's already in trouble.
I couldn't find an answer to that specific question, but according to gardeningknowhow.com, culinary basil is hardy to USDA zones 10 to 11, but even in warm regions like these, its life is short. Any temperature below 45 degrees Fahrenheit will kill the plant.
On to the 10th of January.
39.
39! That's Zolzaya Bazaar, who's been approached by Real Madrid. You know what, lad? You can have that dream move.
Here's a random number. 19.
19's a new one, and it's Shaba. Mate, I'm shaking. January the 12th.
32.
32 is a new youth recruit, David Godswill. January the 13th.
4.
It's low. It's Lim Soccer. It's Friday the 14th.
Here's a random number. 45.
45. Jambe's gone!
gone! Champe's gone! Oh, that's absolutely devastating! Now we get to the game day with Leeds United on Saturday, January 15th.
41.
41. That's turned out to be Samuel Ebervine, and I don't believe we've delegated a renewal on that, so he is moving clubs straight away. I am pooing my pantaloons. 17 minutes gone, an injury for Leeds United. Chair must have broken one of his 4 legs. Now Sunday the 16th of January, will there be some more players on the move?
36.
We got Sergio Osuna here, approached by Bayern Munich.
Here's a random number. 26.
My heart stopped for a little bit. That's Robert Fitzgerald, the striker. I hate how close that was to Sorman and Pem. I feel like one of them's going, and if I had to choose, it would be Sorman.
17.
17 is Kenneth Penson. Now Wednesday, January 19th.
14.
Oh, okay, that's very close to Rob Smeaton, but it's actually landed on Fese Kamiko. Here we go again.
Here's a random number. 23.
That, my friends, is Erika Kjartansson. So we've got this atrocious run, 23, 24, 25. Any of them numbers selected, and we just fall into a deep, dark depression as we go to our final random number before the next game.
12.
That, my friends, whenever I can find him, is Andrea Corbelli. No doubt about it, you can see with your own eyes we are a bit more responsive today. A little bit quicker. That brings in Enos Jam to start doing this. Oh! Enos, sir! And now for the last batch of numbers. I swear to God, if Kjartansson, Sorman, or Pem get sold now, I'm throwing my microphone out the window. I'm smashing up one of my TVs.
38.
That will be Milan Angenant's number.
The phone number for Millennium Spices on 25 Longley Avenue W in Sheffield is 0114 281 5999.
Well, it's good to know if anybody wants that phone number.
Here's a random number. 6.
And this might be a player that's moving. Mark Teggart.
Okay, playing Matt Frewer on Spotify.
Who the sodding hell is Matt Frewer?
He was eager to start school and learn about the wonders of the ocean. Little did Nemo know that both he and his dad were about to embark on an amazing adventure.
A new day, a new number.
13.
13's gonna be Sombat Jongen. 6 days left to survive and no major casualties so far.
27.
Stop doing the 20 numbers. That is assigned to Reach-Old Bomb. Now on to the 27th of January.
38.
Milan Angenant's out the door. Fair enough. I don't mind that. You shall go to Man United. It's now Friday the 28th of January.
34.
That right there is the Jamaican to Jay Morris. And finally for this episode, January the 29th.
2.
That right there is Rico Walden. Tung 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 sa. Yes, I can assure you that this is still Chesterfield, even though my football shirt has gone missing. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about is last episode's scenario. Fortunately, we've not lost any big players yet. We're still worried about Sorman, Kjartansson and Pem, who are numbers 23, 24 and 25.
30.
We've not heard number 30 yet. That's Karim Magdi. Next one.
15.
15. That's Rob Smeaton. So we don't want Mrs. Google to go and choose 15 again.
Here's a random number. 46.
And the final one's Chris Bancroft. Sick. All right. No
Got it.
one.
Here's your OK on Spotify.
Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Shut up. Okay, Google. Please stop the music. Oh my days, man. It's deafening me. Neighbours are gonna have an absolute field day with that one. Here comes Posh Cutsy. Hello there, Posh Cutsy here. How are you doing? Enos Jam! Smash! Oh, wow. Swazzalicious. In central midfield, Mr. Loverman. It's been a half dominated by the blue shirts. Enos Jam. Can he line up another incredible solo run? Wonderful feat. Enos Jam all the way. He goes for the fake shot. It's unbelievable by Enos Jam. That's amazing. Enos. Is it gonna be a game of two halves raw killing? No matter where we put Pem, he's just an absolute joy to play with. Sorry, I've injured a player. The youth of today
don't read The Great Gatsby, but know where The Great Gatsby.
Whiz, man, you done no bump. How can you turn around and say something needs to change? I mean, case in point, Somebet Youngin, calm down. Look at this transfer. Maestro Puck. What a name.
You all might be asking the same question. Why on earth has it taken so long for this episode to drop? Which led me to updating the game. And updating the game caused some rate chaos. All my saves completely deleted. Every single last one. I'm not gonna lie, when I realised the situation, a bit of poo came out.
Oh, bro, why is the scoreboard wrong?
Oh, I hate it. I absolutely hate updating mods. It's a good job that we had to reset anyway, because none of my settings saved. Really helpful there. Cheers, lads. Honestly, does anything in this game save properly? When it does save, it just gets deleted. What is happening? Are you f***ing serious?
FC25 is a flawless game that cannot be critiqued in any way, shape or form. Oh!
Go, Panda! In the middle! Just open, wait for the ball. Yep, there you go.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
Go to square the ball. It's a big block by Billy Blissett. Alfie Hanford comes out. Someone else has blocked it. We've got to be careful. We can't be treating Leighton Orient like a joke. That's rich coming from someone who's playing a musician as a striker. Andrea Corbelli, yes! There's a ball. Panda right side of the defender. He doesn't have the strength. He doesn't have the pace. Pathetic. Second half begins. Keep your faith in Rishi Panda. Limsucker's down. That's a penalty. We're giving the penalty kick. Does this even count? It's so cheap. It's Rishi Panda. Now, I have judged that to absolute perfection, and he still f***ing missed it. Now then, is there a pathway? Great pass! It's Rishi Panda! Yes! Game over! Last minute of normal time! Get in there! I write my own scripts. We celebrate the Panda performance. Yes, we do. Never to play again, but he's not going to be sold either. He's going to have his seat at the SMH Stadium to watch some history unfold. Okay, Google! Okay, Google! Okay, Google, shut up! Okay, Google! Please, stop the music! I can't move Alfie Hanford because he's on international duty, apparently. I know! That's why I'm trying to change it! I need to get rid of the tactical suggestions also, down on the bottom left. I ain't listening to FC on tactical suggestions. No chance. Who needs it? Who listens to FC? Oh yes, I must switch to a 4-5-1 because the game told me to. Because I can't function properly and realise that we need an extra midfielder. Oh, well, yeah, Sheffield United have scored. Probably should have listened to the tactical suggestions there. Weather isn't going to stop us. String the passes together. Ruwoko, Jam with the skills. Just opens it up for Sombat Yongan. Got a bit lucky there. Jam keeps it ticking. Another skill move. Now into Pem. Sets it up. Oh, yes. 1-2s. It's filth. It's filth. It's filth. That is some goal. Enos Jam. Oh! The floodlights at Kenilworth Road are abnormally bright. But it's not going to put me off. Because we are back. We are so back. We are achieving levels of back previously unseen. You are about to see an Enos Jam rocket after this haiku. Riding on the waves of positivity. Be good to see a header in this game. Or a long shot. A long shot from Enos Jam. Footballing royalty, mate. You shall call him his amazingness. Absolute mad lad. Dragging us into Premier League with scruff at neck. Yes? Oh, drops a player, flicks it over him, flicks it past another one. I have legitimately run out of words. He's impeccable. Don't understand why there's no conviction. Bloody Shabba goes for the acrobatic. Shabba. As amazing Enosu.
7 big jam performances, and we're in the top flight. No pressure. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjort Hansen? Is it Kjort Hansen? Perry Barmy Army! Perry Barmy Army! Perry Barmy Army! Shush, baby, please. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I am a tactical genius. Jam with the step overs, skips the slide tackle, a fake shot into the box! You just cannot stop this man. Watford currently in 22nd place travel to the SMH Stadium. Chris Bancroft covering the ground, gets all of the player, goes in for a second challenge. A booking for Big Chris. Ruoko waits for a sharing pen run that's instantaneous. That's how direct he is. Well, that's the best goal of the season. No question about it. Sharing Pen has just produced something a bit special. It won't be mathematically certain after tonight, but essentially, this is for promotion. Here's Enos Jam. Banger! Banger! Enos Jam with his 30th of the season! Come on! Give him the sodding Ballon d'Or. I don't care if this is the championship. Lutotu Kortawa. Oh, that is massive by Rolly set. Moments away. The full-time whistle goes. Not mathematically certain, but all but promoted to the Premier League. Smeaton's picked up a slight injury. Tonsillitis? In the middle of the game? Tonsillitis? What did the opponents do? Snog him? Oh, sorry, boss. I need to come off. My throat's a bit sore. So the captain goes missing for the final game of the season, but it's all right because we've got Middlesbrough against Chesterfield finishes 2-2. Jam gets a goal. Surely that single goal for Jam gets him over the line, winning the Golden Boot and obviously the player of the season, hosted by Eric Cantona. Yes, he comes up to the stage, grabs a mic and goes, I am the Mazen Enos, and then leaves the entire venue with the award. Hello and welcome to episode 52 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Chesterfield in the Premier League. The Premier League is gonna spank us silly. Now obviously for us to get into the youth tournaments with that set of players, we need a goalkeeper. And Wesley Pepper, in my mind, my end goal of this series has started to warm up to Tobias Tanner. Let's just say it's less murderous vibes. He respects the fact that Chesterfield have given Mansfield a ton of players to push them up into the championship, and he says thank you by sending his own son to the Chesterfield Youth Academy. I think that is quite cute, and if you don't like that storyline idea, take the alternative that we've just kidnapped him. Lim Soccer is just a better name. I'm sorry, ouch. Just deal with it. We've got to ask ourselves, do we really need... Wait, where's my negotiate with B. Walker then? Has he retired? I'd be absolutely devastated if that was the case. There's one Walker at Tranmere and it's certainly not B. Walker. There is no B. Walker. No, that's actually devastating. You do not understand. I was setting him up for the Champions League final. The absolute plonk has decided to hang up his boots. He'll never know the treasures that lay beyond. So long, B. Walker. We never got to sign you. Let's make his regen. How could you do this to me, B. Walker? I thought we had a connection. I thought we had something going. Why? Why can't I negotiate with you anymore? Can't penetrate into the box. Who misses? Cole Palmer. Just someone put in a flipping tackle. That's a nice goal finish right there. His wage is a little bit steep for someone of his overall, and it's gonna get a lot steeper. He wants 20 grand. What are you talking about? His agent has absolutely pulled my pants down. The youth squad is not full anymore. We've got one slot for a very special player. Join me in what is quite simply some kind of ritual. We've only gone and brought back B. Walker. Finally, we're gonna get that lad on the dotted line. Sign him up. B. Walker. Hello. Hey! Hamlet, Othello, Romeo and Juliet. Big up Shakesy P. Grr. Hello there, Posh Cutsy again. Yay! It's forced a corner kick. Get excited. Oh my god, Amit Pandas moved to 2 overall. Shame they won't be able to deny this one. The big one-man wrecking ball. Zimbabwean number 8. Enos Jam finds the top corner. Completes his hat trick in some style. Hello there, Porsche Catsy here. Hello there, Porsche Catsy here. How are you doing? Rocklin, thriving in that environment. I'm all for it this season. We're going to embrace it. Whatever gets us through, it's Enos Jam playing us 1-0 up against the Foxes. These are not tactics. This is absolute housery. We've got quite an advanced free kick that we take quickly. Here's Rob Smeaton. We've kept the pressure up. Sorroman gets lucky. Not once, but twice keeps the ball when he shouldn't. It's Enos. It's 2-0 to Chesterfield. Touse. Smeaton fizzes the ball into Jam. He's looking for a tasty hat-trick. He's gonna get it. Oh my word. What an amazing first half! Well, the story of Enos Jam and Chesterfield will be talked about as one of the single greatest carries in sporting history. Tiki-taka preset for Burnley. The world's gone mad. Vetness! Oh, the Sodinelli's Vetness is taking it too wide. Keeper out. He's getting chipped. All right, bit embarrassing. Vetnes. Okay, this guy's a regen. Well played, regen. Sometimes you've got to be walker before you can be runner. Got it? Time on the ball and lovely feet. There's places on the internet where you get paid handsomely for those things. Who you gonna call when Jam gets injured? No, it's not the Ghostbusters. It's Shabba. I'm out here minding my own business and a bird has shit on my head. Cure tens and just peel off. Back post, lad. Mate. Please do something. Go on, Sheringham. Go on, Sheringham. I see that shirt tug. Finish it, lad. Finish the game. It's wonderful. It's super sub. Sharing bloody Bem. Apparently, we need to have a very serious conversation with Posh Cutsy. So that's our first port of call. Hello there, Posh Cutsy here. How are you doing? I'm doing terribly. Because I've been slightly worried at the debt that the club is accumulating, I wanted to add £35,000 myself so we could get back into the black, but for some reason that glitched the game and made the club £4 billion in debt. What have you done, Katze? This is not a scenario. Please fix it as soon as possible or else you will be fired. Toodles! Might not have worked out for Enos early doors, but you feel like he's one touch away from unlocking. That might be Rivera to hit it from long range. What a baller to Doro Rivera. 1-0 Chesterfield. 13 saves. 13 saves! Bro, we could have been Derby County in that 2008 season and still won that game. We might be running out of time here, lads. Oh, through ball, it's Jam! Oh, it's bounced off him! What a lucky turn of events that is for Chesterfield! Emi Martinez has been fantastic in this game. Jam goes and covers up his crotch after it hits him, as he literally just scored with his plums. We got out for a few seconds, but it's back to defending. Big by Rolly Sepp if it's not a penalty. Good referee. Looked definitely like a penalty in my eyes. How is Rolly Sepp getting a yellow card? Wait, was that actually a foul? Cunha's livid. Angerbat!
FC 25 is a flawless game that cannot be critiqued in any way, shape or form.
If he's getting a yellow card for that, why is it not a penalty? Found a game called Date Everything. It lets me household items. Time to pop these bubbles, pop the atmosphere at the London Stadium. Let my man Jam cook. But that actually sounds repulsive. Opens up the space. Bosh! Za! Amazing! Enosa! Manjam! Oh, we've even got bubbles in the second half, guys. What a waste of washing up liquid this is. Rob Smeaton carrying the ball to the edge of the box. Tries a force pass.
into Shering Pem, who finally gets it. Does some decent hold-up play. Standing tackle! It's Enos Jam to win it for Chesterfield! The big man for the big occasion. Clutch Enos Jam. It's carnage here. Last season's Premier League champions, Manchester United. Don't laugh. Please, don't laugh. It's not funny. Faith in Jam to be a game changer and not a game breaker was fully vindicated this time around. Much like Kjartansen's movement, Jam's long shot technique had visibly improved over the past 2 months. New midfield maestro Teodoro Rivera happy to oblige. A game that could have a goal of the season competition all by itself. To set the scene for his most ridiculous goal to date, however, we must detail all of the club's transfer activity over January. I know that sounds strange, but trust me, it will make sense. Australian Caleb Anderson swapped Chesterfield for Crystal Palace. Richard Bon was shifted after talks of selling Maxim Sebatori to Orlando stalled, and Tosin Olatunji packed his bags after being deemed not good enough. These outbound moves equipped Chesterfield with a war chest of over £40 million. After seeing the recent effectiveness of Enos Jam playing centre-back, the Spirates decided to instead spend every single last penny on acquiring Nigerian starlet 6'5", 81 overall centre-back Benedict Governor from Chelsea. It's the signing of Governor that automatically changes Chesterfield's tactics, putting him and not Jam at the front post for corners. See, I told you this tangent would make sense eventually. This tactical alteration would go unnoticed and not rectified for the 4th round FA Cup tie against a quietly competent Lincoln City. The rotated lineup hilariously set Jam to take corner kicks. Meanwhile, another glitch prevented Jam from swapping with someone more suitable, resulting in the following sequence of events. My goodness, Jam is taking the corner kick. Well, it did land on a teammate's head. It is being distributed back wide. Oh, Jam from the corner of the box! Are you kidding me? No, sir. No, sir. The closer we get to Prime Jam, the closer we come to seeing what perfection is in an FC regen. And I do mean it. It's absolute perfection. I've played with about 2,000, 3,000 players in Youth Squad Legends over nearly 13 years. And there is not one single aspect of any of those players better than Enos Jam. Like, we are talking magnum opus here. I simply can't fathom a player better than this, because he's literally better at everything than everybody else that I've ever played with. Like, it's so nutty. He's got a conversion rate as good as Obi Jacka's, but he's taking shots from 20 yards out. I never thought I would see this. I never thought I would see a player this good. He is only 84 overall, and he is clearly the GOAT of Youth Squad Legends. His Hall of Fame is going to be a joke. Anyway, top goal scorer Enos Jam and his 10 worker bees host 19th place Wolves next. Another awkward team fighting for their lives and generally causing panic amongst our defensive line. So a tactical switch to Jam and Governor at the back destroys any chance of a football game breaking out. Arsenal put on a finishing disaster class to somehow leave the SMH stadium with a solitary point. A real shaking my head moment. Hello there, Porsche Katze here. How are you doing? Toodles! Hey, that was my last Toodles as a free man. Who scored? Smeaton, Ruocco, and Rob Killen! Do I have time to play every single youth tournament? Why isn't there a sim game option? Someone wasn't thinking there. Now, I'm going to pass on these. I think it's going to take up too much time. And I'm not missing my own wedding. Look who's made it into the first team. We already know that the player of the season is Enos Jam. So I'm suggesting a different award. It's called the player of the season if Enos Jam is not accounted for. Because Mansfield, for some reason, got relegated from the championship. Is it because you employ Warren Barra? Bring back Walker might get a, oh, I've pressed negotiate instead of delegate. What a stupid idiot. And we also say goodbye temporarily to Mr.
I see down at the bottom here, Karen Magny said no to Mansfield. Good lad, but I'm gonna make you go there anyway. Sorry! He scored a brace with jam bean sandwich. I've just had to pay Rishi Panda 36 grand a week to keep him happy on the bench. You are too overall. This is the Premier League. They've only won one game in the last 5, and it might be because their striker can't really run. I do get the feeling that Adling might need a sleep. Just putting it out there. Somehow Jack Harrison has scored 7. FC 25 is a flawless game that cannot be critiqued in any way, shape or form. Oh my word, Mbappe has gone to City. Now that's actually illegal. Their team was easily the best team that I faced last season, and now they've just made it even better. Stop it. Behave. Let someone else have the fun. Now you've got me catching feelings, Domen Kometic, because I would happily try and negotiate a big money offer for you. But the comment section, think about the comment section. Can't believe you let Domen Kometic go when he was playing so well. Well, I'm not going to let him go. So there, you're telling me that Manchester City signed Mbappe to stick him in the reserves. Are you sure about that? A big thanks to everybody on the right-hand side supporting me financially on Patreon. Oh, Marcus Bendania. Oh, Marcus Bendania. Oh, Marcus Bendania. He's back as a married man. What? Whilst we've got the chance here, I know that there's been loads of rumours about Posh Tuxie paying for my wedding. I wish he did. Oh my word, I wish he did. Unfortunately, like many other millionaires, he'd rather just stick all his fortunes into a football club, watch his money burn, instead of maybe helping a brother out. Excuse me, it's my money and I can do whatever I want with it. And Rishi Panda's up to 3. Wow. Let's talk limb soccer first. Still £127 million to play with. And play with it I shall. Who misses? Oh my god, Rico Walden. Just pick a club, man. No! And it turns out that Karen Magny rejected a move to Mansfield. That'll change. Anything for you, Wesley, my dear. Just to point out how good Eric Kjortansen is performing right now. He's 6 goals clear of everybody in the Golden Boot race. He would be a fantasy football wet dream at the moment. I don't even see Haaland if he's still at this club. No, he did not move to West Ham. Well, that's a cursed image if I've ever seen one. We know that their midfield rating is a complete shambles and it's not actually 59. But maybe it's 59 because they're being captained by Harry Winks. I simply can't process that. FC 25 is a flawless game that cannot be critiqued in any way, shape or form. Ipswich Town, I see a Renaud Gashi. You absolutely love to see it. Chesterfield go and win this game by 1-0. I'm sure Renaud Gashi was at fault for Domen Kometic's goal. But we're a fine, upstanding club that doesn't do any sort of match fixing. Oh no, that's certainly not us. Oh my goodness, Rishi Panda is now a 4 overall. It's absolutely insane. The pennies just dropped that Ando Rakatori Soa is a Premier League champion. And he's been in this save for like 3 minutes. Guess what? We were able to bring Mansfield up to the Premier League as well. Was absolutely impossible with simulation. Southampton would always get promoted. So, Tobias Tanner essentially just said, sod it, I'll do it myself.
Get in, lads, we're finally Premier League bound. Yes, yes. And it's all thanks to me, Tuxie.
We just need to find the finances because Posh Tuxie has decided to spend all our money again. Hello there, Posh Tuxie here. How are you doing? We've spent the initial £80 million budget on renovating the SMH Stadium. It now has a wonderfully unique design that we definitely didn't steal from Osasuna. Oh no. Rishi Panda 4 overall, stick to the music, pal. Because of the emergence of one Renzo Penis. Great name! Don't think he's related at all to the name Goat Root Penis. Rude Penis! penis! But it's incredible to get a penis back. Pause. Is the joke of Mr. Loverman worth keeping him around? Yes. Oh, wonderful. The game's crashed from out of nowhere. This always makes me poo myself because I feel like I've done something wrong with the save. Is it going to crash again? No. 110 million quid. Oh my god, they've accepted it. They've accepted... Wait. They've accepted 110 million pounds for Nasoro Issa. Okay, alright, that's just financial ruin. And for what? Counter-attack? Awful defending. That was raw killing on the slide tackle. Absolutely needed the intervention.
What the f is going on?
No, 23 million pounds for raw killing. Can I laugh in your face? Ha 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 ha. No. Oh yes, it's the big one. I'm so excited. And right back, we've got Billy Blissett, who f***ing hates Mansfield. This is the one, the newly renovated SMH Stadium is gonna be shaking, just like my head. Chesterfield against Mansfield, and it's live! Rolly Sepp getting involved with a touch, but Harrison feeds it into DeQuinio!
Yes! What a start! Mansfield beating the frauds! Get in!
Ryan Pierce has decided to fall for the bait! Jam in! Zimbabwean on Zimbabwean, Cliff and Bedder, you ain't got a chance!
It's always that bloody Jam scoring. He's not good. He's just not good.
Here's Fedor Yershov with the captain's armband. DeQuinio to Andrew Gretsch! His first chance of the game, and he's blasted it into the roof of the net.
Yes, Gretsch, you absolute legend. Better than Jam confirmed.
I didn't know that Maths Excella was playing at left back here for Mansfield. We might get some luck down the right-hand side. It's Louis Joseph Latoto. He might go himself for his first ever Chesterfield goal! What a time to get it! My guy, Louis Joseph Latoto!
A bloody turtle scored against us. That's absolutely shambolic.
That'll be Jam. Pem ahead of him. And on the right-hand side, it's Louis Joseph Latoto to make it 3-2. That is insane. The Canadian right back. I've never scored with him before. He's always looked lively attacking. Oh my god, he's just exploded here.
I've done it again. Latoto. What? Maybe we are actually the fraudulent ones.
Full-time whistle blows at an opportune moment because Junior Tassett picked that ball up. Huge 3 points. Chesterfield 3 with 2 from Louis Joseph Latoto. Mansfield can only score 2 goals themselves. What a game. So memorable.
I didn't even want to win that game anyway.
Rolly Sepp has got mustache in his back pocket. And my game has crashed. It's fine. Didn't want to play FC 25 anyway. Jambe, jambe, jam, jambe, 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 jam, jambe, jambe, jam. TT's new tactics of bringing the wing backs into the midfield certainly helping to add extra numbers. Mark Tegger again! Oh, what a goal by Mark Tegger! The opposition way more focused, trying to defend, trying to stop this scoreline from becoming an embarrassment. We have to give this lad some minutes, because he is looking a bit special. He's looking a bit special. Valery Alpanov takes another shot. This is Chesterfield 3, Fulham 0. We've got the penis in from the beginning. Careful now, it's Liverpool against Chesterfield. Smeaton quickly on to Jam. Get him on the ball as early as possible. West Ham happy to sit back. Foolish decision making, because that is Enos Jam at his very best. It's full commitment to the cause. Enos Jam. No. No, you cannot be that good. He's sitting people down, smashing into them like a big old juggernaut. Jam awaits his next target. Just slips by him. It's no problem. Sexy feet, good sliding tackle. Tell you what, feet like that, will get you a lot of money on certain subscription services. I'm talking only jams. I'm talking only jams. Oh, he's going again. He's going again. Set it up. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. It's 5-0. Good work, Shering Pem on the finish. Oh my God, something is happening inside of me. And in midfield, it's Chesterfield against Liverpool. Shabba! Truly wondrous news as we've got a dry game and a 90 overall Enos Jam. Here he is, top goal scorer in the league. What's Rob Smeaton got under his sleeve? Maybe a Panenka. Ice in the veins, balls of steel. For a much better outfit when Shering Pem is not an absolute passenger. He's linking up the attack lovelier and could set it up. Enos Jam, one touch on the volley. It's magnificent. Game's crashed again. Why are you crashing? Stop crashing. You see, it's so close to FC 26, this game just wants to give up. Now I believe we are ready for Chesterfield against Everton. No, we are not. Brilliant.
Durante keeps a stash of curly whirlies just for emergencies.
Yo, Roadman Tuxie on the mic. I suggest you give this video a like, or I come to your house and steal your bike. You get me, fam?
Last week, I did have a mega catch-up session planned. Unfortunately, that was scrapped because I caught a cold. Nice one. Cheers, life. Great timing.
And even though DDO was predicted to play, we won't get to see him in action. Shame that. He's my new favourite regen.
Shabba!
With this one emphatically mopped up by Zamezen Enusa. Youth graduate Caleb Anderson, now contracted to the Eagles, was pulled apart by Enos Jam as the Zimbabwean showed no mercy to a player once fighting for his starting spot. No sign of Nasoro Issa in their 4-2-3-1 formation. They paid a 9-figure sum to leave him rotting in the reserves. Okay. Cool. The expected lineup had Patreon wonder kid Williams on the bench, so naturally the central attacking midfielder would start, because nothing on this expected lineup screen can be trusted whatsoever. Like, what is the point of it? Patreon wonder kid Ryan Reynolds started for Forest and actually looked very lively. Not like you would know though, because the probable lineup completely forgot about the 92 overall striker. Of course it did. Alexander Isak's opener had TT pondering another forward swap, but options left were not viable. On one hand, you had bring back Walker, who was designed to be a meme player with no real impact on the story, and on the other hand, you had Aldo Piscopo, who in past seasons had been outshone by a 1 overall Bengali folk singer. This game will be remembered for the defensive magic of Shering Pem, returning to centre-back and putting in a simply colossal shift. This was a different Pem, a ferocious Pem, fighting desperately to get back into the starting 11. Nobody knew it at the time, but this would be the springboard in his meteoric rise to club captaincy. We're relying heavily on 96 overall Endrick up top. When he too was shut down by Pem slide tackle Pem, the writing was on the wall. Once again, Shering Pem was absolutely brilliant, transcendent, a true inspiration to his fellow teammates, which probably encouraged Chesterfield, and more specifically Jam, to squeeze a win out of this otherwise balanced game. What a strike, Enos, and what a leader, Shering Pem. The side was a completely different prospect to the one from the beginning of the season, ditching a bit of ability for a lot more desire. It had created a winning formula and even a whiff of invincibility. Even though I don't need to go through these fixtures in as much detail, we do like to document every single goal here on Youth Squad Legends, so please enjoy this montage accompanied by an extended version of Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles.
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
Darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet 2 trip. Holiday even. Have you heard of the Mongol food delivery? It's called DoorDash. We're well on the way to a world where Freddos cost more than a month's rent. What did the ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing. It just waved. Knock knock. Who is there? Knock knock jokes do not fit well into a haiku. Do you think Yoda talks like that to be funny, or is he just thick?
Can't hit my protein.
52 Bomber Pussy Club Chicken Nuggets.
The FIFA soundtrack has just dropped, and who's in it? Fred again. False advertising. Equatorial Guinea, not on equator. Writer's block has hit the haiku production line. Please try again soon. The Haiku Writers Association has gone on strike due to pay. The existence of penis implies that of a polite penis. Bad news, I'm afraid. Latortu has suffered some damage to his shell. To hinder Mansfield, I have decided to take Avoc as hostage. I can't help but think, why is abbreviation a very long word? A message from Posh Tuxie. I wanted my own haiku. I bought one. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck to screw in a light bulb? Wait, wrong joke. Haiku imported from Japan. Don't translate this. Why do different things keep evolving into crabs? Because they taste nice? £75 train from Birmingham to Leeds. I hate this country. Wagwan, Delilah. What's it like in Ohio, you skibbity get? Imagine if Posh Cutsy got a low taper fade. How would it look? The net has busted. Kjartansen has broken it. He'll pay damages. Took shade under a weirdly tall tree. Turns out it's Milan Anganen. Dallas Mavericks have employed Warren Barrow. Scored 0 points there. Rishi Panda is the best musician in the motherfucking world. Made myself a pie. Forgot to buy potatoes. All I have is mince. 1 on 1 on 1. Cutsy, Tuxie or Enos. Who do we think wins? The name's Pem. Shering Pem. There's a silent T at the start of sharing. Tuxie is up to some mischief, but I cannot tell what it might be. What if we were to take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else? You know your judo. Get your hands off my penis. What are the charges? It's all fun and games until Enos starts making marmalade instead. What if everyone made an endless conga line? All the wars would stop. If you stacked all the elephants on each other, they wouldn't like it. Heyo, Mr. White, we have to cook some blue stuff. Let's go break some bad. Got a bruise forming. Book fell on me last night. Can only blame myself. Gotta make a move to a town that's right for me. Anywhere but Slough. You get a haiku. You get a haiku. Haikus for everyone. Yay! The club's got tons of money, but not much to do with it. So it got me thinking, wouldn't it be great if we made Enos Jam the highest paid footballer on earth with a £4 million per week salary? That is eye-watering. Guess what? The agent said, that's not what we hoped for. That's not what we hoped for. It's over £200 million a year. These are the chosen lads that I will stick with until the end of the series. And there is one word underlying every single one of these guys: hard work. So Newcastle, with 2 games left, are now on 74 points. The maximum they can achieve is 80. And with a win against Everton, we would be on 82. Next game is the FA Cup Final. What a feeling it would be to go into that match as champions. And how about this for a little game? Tell me the winning goal scorer, but you can't say Enos Jam. The big lad is too much of an obvious choice. And as he lines up this long shot, he's gonna show why. You could say it's written in the stars, but honestly, it's just what he does. It's what he's been doing for his entire career, carrying Chesterfield all the way to the Premier League title. Everton 0,
Chesterfield won. Let's get some celebrations in. The trophy lift will be back home in the SMH Stadium. But it is now confirmed that Chesterfield are the best club in the nation. Have it. Now we've got an FA Cup final to win. One win away from a domestic double.
Well, you never quite know who's going to dominate a game in advance, but I think you can maybe make an argument for this fellow, Stuart.
Thanks to the pre-match hype-up, we know that the number 19 is a big threat up top for Leicester City. 5 goals so far in the competition is not to be sniffed at. I mean, we could also injure the lad. Yep, referee's stopping it. That is perfect. Sorman seems like he's picked up an injury. Let's have Latortu in his place. Latortu to win the FA Cup. Wouldn't that be lovely? Oh, ball! Jam! No! No! Oh, yes, please! What a disaster for Leicester City! On a plate for the world's best footballer. Yeah, it's easy pickings, but it's that man again. 1-0 to the Chesterfield. 1-0 to the Chesterfield. 1-0 to the Chesterfield. 1-0 to the Chesterfield. Last attack for Leicester. What are they doing? What are they doing? We've won the FA Cup. Or really, should we say, Leicester City just lost the FA Cup. Let's have some celebrations, get the trophy lift. I'll fade out the webcam. See you in a couple of minutes. Stop being complacent! Ah! Alright, come on then. I'm not here for the game. I'm here for the champagne afterwards. And I tell you what, for everything that he's done for the team, captain goes back to Rob Smeaton. He deserves this moment. Should I jump in a little bit earlier to just try and get a goal? Seems like we've just taken a free kick. Oh, not it on! God, they are dusty. Look how dusty they are. Wow! I can't lie, that might be in the top 10 coolest things I've ever done. Full time, Chesterfield 1, Crystal Palace 0. Now we can go and lift the Premier League title. The honour will be Rob Smeaton's, now vice-captain of the team. Well, we've got to give him this moment in front of the home fans. Chesterfield are the champions of England. It has been a long, long time coming. Absolute raptures in the stands. Oh, we get a surprise cutscene, of course we do. Look at the beautiful Youth Squad Legends banners on that high-rise building. I see a Kinde, I see my dog, I see multiple pictures of Perry NG. The music popping and the party ain't stopping. All right, party's over.
Look, I understand that Chesterfield are champions, but they are fraudulent. Mansfield are far better, and they will have their revenge next season. Let me tell you, I can see Premier League champions, I can see Champions League champions. Watch this space. Oh!
Hello and welcome to the finale of the Chesterfield Youth Squad Legends series on FC25. A suitable jam long shot would mark the start of the Spyrite's European adventure, but there was massive amounts of promise moving forward. Jam was feeling it on the big stage. Broken ankles. Normal service was resumed nearing the end. Enos Jam adding yet another banger to his collection of insane goals. Chesterfield only breaking through with a quite incredible strike from Rob Smeaton. I love seeing a player prove doubters wrong. I also love seeing barnstorming jam runs. The final goal of the game a personal favourite of mine, like a thoroughbred racehorse being chased by donkeys, but instead was just a spectator to Jam's magnificence. You are now closer to South Africa than you are to Lesotho. This haiku doesn't really work if you actually live in Lesotho. It's time to take our first proper step into the pressure cooker that is the knockouts of the Champions League. Let's just enjoy the easy ride, because it is a very easy ride. That's Enos Jam for 1-0, 29 minutes gone. Ball into Smeaton. I see a lovely run there by B. Walker. Terrible standing tackle. We'll have a bring-back Walker goal on the live comms. B. Walker, I'm glad that I negotiated with you eventually. I mean, he's wide open in the middle. Yes, Kjartansson. Enos Jam is just goal hanging near the penalty spot. That's 4. That's 4. How about we go and make it 5? Jam, maybe for the hat-trick himself, goes unselfish. It's 5-1 Chesterfield. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjartansson? Is it Kjartansson? Well, that for sure is the perfect start for Chesterfield from a result perspective. And we went and beat them 3-1 in the second leg. That aggregate of 8-2 is ridiculous. Eric Vines has suffered a mouth injury and will be out for 12 days. Oh no, not a mouth injury. Where are Mansfield? Down in 11th. Pathetic. Oh my god, we got drawn up against Real Madrid. That is frightening. If we can beat Real Madrid, we can beat anyone. Mentality, attitude, work rate. It's like a spaceship. First time in the new Bernabeu. Come on then! Gonna be a tough day at the office, I can tell you that. Raw killing. Oh! Important foot in there by Latoto. We can't clear it. Raw killing! Ball goes into Rivera. Passes there. Enos Jam with a bit of greenery in front of him. But it's so difficult to make chances. Still, the dribble is fantastic. He gets the look. The ball drops to him like he always does. It's like a magnet. Enos Jam at the Bernabeu. There it goes. Finally, full time. Chesterfield 1-0 winners in Spain. Fantastic! What a result, Mansfield! Beating the Magpies at St James's Park looks like the first leg was a 0-0 draw. So they've overcome the odds there. They're into the semi-finals. Second leg here against Real Madrid. Doesn't look like the side has changed. Real Madrid into the box. It's Solskjaer Bazaar! Equaliser for Real Madrid. Aggregate scoreline after 180 minutes. 1-1. It's extra time between Chesterfield and Real Madrid. I think we missed a beat not using substitutes in the second half. Could have made this an easier night. Now Real Madrid smelling blood. It's Rio 2-0 away side. 15 minutes to save the Champions League campaign. Have you got it in you to pull it out the fire? This is the last attack. I'm thinking maybe brute force it with Enos Jam. Just try and get that opening that we need. Referee's not going to add too much time on it. Jam! That's why he's the best. You give him the ball, he will score, no matter the occasion, no matter the opponent. One-on-one, he is simply unstoppable. I'm not celebrating just yet. Not the greatest at penalties. Need a big save from Alfie Hanford somewhere. I usually go to the left-hand side. That's the favoured spot. Well done, Rob Smeaton. Savage now. Yes! Oh, I went the right way. It's gone under Alfie Hanford. Erika Kjartansson, he can take a penalty. Right side, yes, lad. Smashes it. Lolawendo now for Real Madrid. Goes and hits the post. And now up steps Enos Jam. Not the best composure. Oh, man, we are talking inches. Solskjaer Bazaar. Sound penalty. Up steps Raw Killen. Raw Killen. No! Need a save from Alfie Hanford. Oh, just another miss. Man, everything's happening in the shootout. I can't keep up. To win it for Chesterfield, it's Teodoro Rivera, left-hand side. Yes! Yes! Teodoro Rivera, the final piece in the puzzle. For a reason, my guy. For a reason. Inject it into the veins. Chesterfield into the semi-finals. After last-minute heroics from Enos Jam. We've been drawn against PSG. We've been drawn against PSG, which means that Mansfield actually have Stuttgart. Oh, get in there, mate. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. We've got the Wednesday semi-final. That means that Mansfield have already played, and it's not the most convincing of victories there against Stuttgart. PSG setting up in a 4-3-3 flat. Charlie Palmer on the bench is a great story. Got to get into the game a little bit. Piscopo down to Smeaton. He's asking for the ball. He has got a mile of space in front of him. You exploit the centre. Piscopo uses that big frame and finally comes to life in the knockout. It would be selfish to give him the captaincy above everything else. Carries the series. He is the series. Imagine if he goes and scores this now from defence to attack, shifting left to right. I can't even fathom how good that is. Just need to deal with the corner kick. Goes to the front man, nodded on, Mickey van der Ven. Of course they've scored with the last kick. That certainly makes it interesting for the second leg. I feel sick to my stomach. This is going to be the longest 15 minutes of FIFA. PSG have got men up though. They're passing it quick, Raw Killen. Double tackle. What are you doing to me, Raw? That's going to be the final action of the game, mate. Raw Killen! It's all down to the Stags now. Tomorrow we will know. Build up the suspense. Champions League. The final should have been scheduled by now. Yes, indeed, mate. Chesterfield against Mansfield in the Champions League final. I've gone and bloody done it. Scenes, limbs, all the effort that has been put into this series to get that. Drink it in. It has all come down to this. The first team is set. Definitely going to go in with those 11 players. Subs bench, it's a bit more tricky. Walden, Sepp, Bendanya, Shaba, Blissett, Penson, Kjartansson, Mizzy and Jongen. No messing about today. We make sure the captain is sharing pen for the Champions League final of 2033. Chesterfield against Mansfield.
And now the night everyone in the football world has been longing for. Millions will be watching around the world. It is, of course, the biggest final in club football, the UEFA Champions League final. Welcome to the commentary box. Derek Ray here, joined by Stuart Robson. How's it going to go, Stuart?
Well, Derek, you just wonder what those players are thinking right now. Some will be nervous, some will be excited, and some may be anxious. But once that whistle blows, we're going to be in for an absolute classic here.
This is what they'll be facing today.
Well, the two central midfield players need to have a different skill set. The holding midfield player has to be good defensively, whereas the player at the top of the diamond has to be expansive with his passing and be the team's creative spark.
Not looked for the midfielder yet. Maybe now. This is DeQuinio on the ball. Goal scorer against us at the start of last season, I believe. Gretsch! An opening there for Mansfield. It's probably the best chance of the half. It's come right at the end. This is a corner kick and not a goal-scoring celebration. Hello, hello! Woo! I do not like it when it bounces like that. Somehow we've got it away. And I'm glad that that is half-time. Oh, okay. Mansfield started off the second half brightly. Hello. This is what we've been looking for. Oh, my word. He almost produced it. Jam on the turn. Can use Rivera. Piscopo. There's the find. It's Jam. Lovely stop by Purple Patch Purpart. It could have been a goal fest here, but I feel like it's more authentic when it is like this. Smeaton to Ruocco. I think Jam, if we get him, perfect position. There you go! There you go! That's what Jam does! And it's Piscopo! No, it had to be. It had to be Piscopo. As Michael Harrison tries to get something going, Sheringham attempts the block. It's easy enough. One for the cameras again. Alfie Hanford, a bit of a showman. Ruocco is now helping out defensively, and it slowed it down. Yep, that's enough. Got 10 minutes left, lads. Got 10 minutes left. Might not be the most exciting of finals, but it's going exactly to plan. Smeaton, lovely find. Piscopo's going for it. Piscopo to find it. He'll set it up. It's Jam. It's Jam in the final. I was going to turn with Piscopo. Weird animation. Jam's like, I'm here. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I am scoring in this sodding final. Za. Amezen. Enos. Maybe for the final time. 15 goals in 15 appearances for Jam. I mean, that's just an incredible statistic. We've done it. We've done it with a 2-0 scoreline against the big rivals. Wesley Purpart, where are you, pal? Where are you? Tobias Tanner had your number from the very beginning. Piscopo with the first goal. Jam with the second. An elite performance. Could have been a different story if Gretsch scored you know, late on in that first half. But you know what? That's why you got sold by this magnificent football club. Up the Spyrites, up Tobias Tanner, most importantly, up Enos bloody Jam. That's what I'm talking about. My goat puts on a clinic in the final, assisting for Piscopo, scoring himself because he wants to. And now we've set up for Sheringham, who's really put this all in motion. Let's just wait for the cheers as we lift the Champions League. Best team in Europe. Best team in Europe. Give that man, Enos Jam, the number 8, a Ballon d'Or. For goodness sake. I'm sure when I get to his Hall of Fame at some point, we'll revisit this save and make sure that that guy finishes off with a Ballon d'Or. That has to be footage in the Hall of Fame. I cannot let it be the case that we stop this series and this guy hasn't got the most coveted individual award for a footballer. Incredible. What an incredible journey. The fireworks ignite and illuminate the dark sky above. That's your team, and it is a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. Chesterfield, Champions League winners. Might as well have the same cutscene for the Champions League, I guess. Another bus parade for the lads. They are clocking up the emissions. I love the fact that in that Alfie Hanford wears an outfield shirt for some reason. I can't believe it's over. I can't believe that's going to be the last time that I play with Enos Jam. There's Enos Jam at 94 plus 1. 97 pace, 87 shooting, 89 passing, 97 dribbling, 92 defending, 97 physical. Shaba! Rishi Panda, my brilliant Bengali folk singer, did reach the lofty heights of 5 overall, but at the ripe old age of 32, he's lost his legs. I'm 33, and that's the first time that I felt ageism. This has been Tuxie. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode and this series of Youth Squad Legends.
Full time. Chesterfield go and beat Mansfield in the Champions League final by 2-0. You ball jobs! This has made me feel more anger than I've ever felt in my life. Oh no, my cover is blown.